worse. Never looked at myself from one side. Open mind.
Now I am, for correcting's sake, I am your hot dad.
I'm a starving poor black child full of divorce or something. And anyway, yeah.
I don't know, it's just so fun when you meet like really interesting, just fun, outgoing people. Meanwhile, me and the boys are gonna be here talking about hot chicks.
語彙は全くダメですよ。僕はまあ14年前来年。
Good boy, Papa Tikyo, coming to you live from Tokyo. Don't forget to hit that like button, asshole. Okay, here we go. Do. Where the fuck's the outro? What the fuck? Consider signing up for my Patreon. Links down below. Anyway, that's it. Peace out, guys. Yeah, buddy. Hey.
Yeah, just all kinds of hot sexual boobs.
Guys, did you ever notice that my YouTube channel, TkyoSam, is like one of the coolest Japan-related YouTube channels ever?
Oh my god, I did.
Oh my god.
Stay black, bro. Yeah.
Young Sam. I'm so old. Gay boner. Toe chain.
You are not just. You are not a phenomenon. You told me using any technique that works. Never looked at myself from one side. Open mind.
Now I am, for correcting's sake, I am your hot dad.
I'm a starving poor black child full of divorce or something. And anyway, yeah.
I don't know, it's just so fun when you meet like really interesting, just fun, outgoing people. Meanwhile, me and the boys are gonna be here talking about hot chicks.
語彙は全くダメですよ。僕はまあ14年前来年。
Good boy, Papa Tikyo, coming to you live from Tokyo. Don't forget to hit that like button, asshole. Okay, here we go.
fuck's the outro? What the fuck?
Consider signing up for my Patreon. Links down below. Anyway, that's it. Peace out, guys. Yeah, buddy.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds, snakes, and airplanes. And Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane. Listen to yourself, church. World serves on its own needs. Don't misserve your own needs. Feed it off speed, grunt no strength. Thinks what the hell's going on here. The ladder starts to climb with the fear of height down to height. Yeah, wire out of fire represents 7 games as the government for fire in a combat site. 11 was covered in a hurry with the furries taking down your neck. Thinks I don't know the pace of the song. Neither do I, Coffee. Team by team reporters, Bevel Trump, Terry Cropped, look at the low playing fine then. Overflow population common group, but it'll do. Save yourself, serve yourself. World Series. Coffee, help. Thinks you got the mucus buildup. Yeah, I do, Coffee. But it'll do. Save yourself, serve yourself. World serves its own needs. Listen to your heart bleed. Dumping with the rapture and reverend to the light. Right. Your vitriolic patriotic slam fight. Bright light. Feeling pretty psyched. It's the end of the world as we know it. Coffee. It's the end of the world as we know it. Coffee. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Yeah, Coffee. That song, like that song is like a lot longer than I thought it would be. And there's a lot of like words, and normally I can talk that fast, but like I got the mucus buildup, Coffee. Can I just skip this stuff? You know what, Thanks? I think that's okay. You could just you could stop on that one. It's fine, Thanks. Okay, thank you, Coffee. You're very attractive. Yes, Thanks. I know. There you go. Just start the damn thing. Coffee. Oh, Coffee. I got the mucus. I got the mucus in my sabbaticus. In my sabbaticals, Coffee. The sabbaticals. Oh God, the spirits, Chief. The spirits. Anyway, hi guys. How's it going? I'm just shouting this out on Discord and everything. So, tell me what time it is. Put on the dress. Oh my God, Don Kellogg. It's like one of my Japanese animes. Put on the dress. Starts with an earthquake. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Yeah, Coffee. That's right. Check out the newest rant. It's funny because I was like, I could sing that End of the World or If I Had $1 Million, and I was like, that, but I have $1 million. That one looks like the pace for that one's a little slow, right? Like, if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I would go to Disneyland and shit on some random kid's face. What? If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I would go up to your wife and grab her tits and then say, I'm sorry, I'm gay. Thanks, you all right there, Coffee. I can't. I got the spirits cough. And I'm feeling pretty fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. Thanks. It's the end of the world as we know it. Thanks. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel gay. Thanks. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things of ours, When his name is Coffee Talk, he's got a huge cock. Coffee Talk, he's back. He's got a huge cock, he's gonna show you. Just gotta bend it over for two. Coffee Talk, very sexual Coffee Talk. Very heterosexual Coffee Talk. He'll bend you over, then he'll tell you to shut the fuck up. Okay, J-Man, Black Jazz. Hold on a second, guys. I'm leaking here. I need to feed my Pokemons. I did not feed the Pokemon yet, and it's making me very verklempt in my anal cavity. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it takes feeling verklempt in your anal cavity. That's not good, you know? Just verklemptish. Anyway, how you guys going? You know, what time is it? Where you are? What are you drinking? I got coffee and water here, and I'm gonna soon be drinking more. More, I tell you, more. But she wants more. Yeah, it's Wednesday here in Tokyo, 11 a.m. I've been being a bad boy and going to bed around like 2 a.m. and waking up around 10 a.m. Which, I mean, it's 8 hours of sleep, so how bad could it be? But, yeah, you know, I just, it's one of those things, you know? One of these things of ours. It's just leaking. But yeah, I released a new video today called "What Would I Do If I Had $1 Million?" But I slept in, so I didn't watch it during the premiere of you guys. I've been a little bit off this last week or so. It's weird. Like in March, I got sick, and like, you know, I had like bad throat infection or something, coughing up green mucus. Whenever the weather changes drastically, that always happens to me. So it's not like a big surprise that shit happened. But still, it doesn't mean that I gotta like it. And, yeah, so I was feeling sick in my clavicles, and that wasn't very fun. Okay, there we go. I got all the Pokemon food. I love you, James Franco Pokemon. Here we go. How is it I don't have any space in here? I'll give you space, you son of a bitch. Yeah, so... takes the spider monkeys. They're coming for my clavicles again. Coffee, what is with you and the clavicles? You know, it's this thing of ours, you know. So many potatoes. So many goddamn potatoes here. Okay, where's that bird Pokemon? Give me more of the potatoes. Oh wait, no, the red spicy leaves. Okay. It's a little thing we call this thing of ours. Oh yeah, because the other Pokemon had a bonus thing. Okay, good. Consider the Pokemon fed and ready to go. Anyway, hi everybody. Now you've got Dad's full and gay attention. I'm Papa Tikyo. I do this live stream twice a week on YouTube. And anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm doing this like usually I premiere a video at 9 and then I start this live stream at 10. So I'm only like an hour late for this YouTube live stream. So the people that normally dip in late will not see this as any bit of a surprise. Homosexuality, Chinese man, etc., etc. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Cool. Shouted it out on the Discord, and we're gay. We're good. We're good, and we're gay. What happened to your nose? A gay man had sex with my nose. A tiny gay man. Must have been Chinese. No, I'm just leaking. No, that's all. Anal leaking. Anyway, yeah, guys, so I released a video today. It's a new rant. For all of you guys who don't know, I have a second channel. It's called ADV Japan, Gay Sex. And that is, the link is up there at the top of the chat. Just click on that to prove that you're straight. Also, don't forget to smash the like button. Because I know that you want to. I know that you want to, dude. Because I'm gonna make a poll saying, "Did you smash like button?" And that's gonna be a reminder when people come in here. And there we go. And that way, they're gonna like dip into this live stream and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't chat until I answer this question." Oh, I see. What, you coming on? What, you like coming on to me or something? And then they're gonna be like, "Excuse me, sir," and he's like, "'Cause I could be down for that. You know, I could be." Oh, we could. That could be a thing, you know. Sir, you're gonna have to get back in your seat and buckle your seatbelt. We're experiencing turbulence. So, like, what? You like coming on to me now or something? Like, what's going on? Where's the nasal spray? Here it is. I'm all clogged up here. There's spider monkeys even. Yep. Oh, there we go. Yeah, get enough of that saline spray. That's that's what Don Kellogg used to call it. Anyway, we usually do this for 60 minutes, and then we extend it, depending on super chats. And yeah, here, hold on. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then $2 for Don because he put in that one too. Okay, let's start. Let's officially start. Okay, there we go. Yep, thank you guys. All your money contributions always go towards shit that's related to YouTube, like fixing spaghetti, which is, it's part of YouTube. Fixing spaghetti is a part of the YouTube since I use him for my YouTube videos. So, yeah. Just keep all that saline in there. Hey, what, even C terms, I finished up the Cup of Joe. Hell yeah, dude. 6:30 p.m. in LA. Cool. Have you heard about the Japanese scientists regrowing teeth? I did hear about that, but I'm always a little bit skeptical, about everything. They basically made a vaccine that killed a bunch of people, So I don't really trust these pharmaceutical companies if I have the choice, But that's just me. So anyone who's like, dude, miracle drug, I'm like, I don't know. I don't trust them. They're trying to have gay sex with coffee, and I can't allow that. I can't allow that aggression to stand, This aggression will not stand, man. Dad, triple. He's not just a bacon. He's not just a triple. He's a triple bacon cheeseburger. Triple's like, yes, that is right, Father. And I have come to do thine bidding. What is thine wish, Father? Thine wish is easy. It's to get me pictures of Spider-Man. There we go. Okay, B12. Good. Got this stuff. My nostrils. Oh my god, my nostrils and my anal. Yeah. Yep, coffee. Have you heard of it? Yeah, what happened in spider monkeys? Okay, let's do multivitamin. B12. Just got home, ate at Katz's on the train platform here. It was S-tier cello player playing Beethoven number 7. I tried to get even closer to listen, but this was the plume of crack smoke from some bum. Ugh. Had some good third strike matches. Lovely evening. Hell yeah, dude. There you go. Do you have any, do you have anything to say? Anyone to say negative things about today? Yeah, right? Father, hearing about you is great, but could you just talk shit about some people, please? Triple, why don't you tell me about some drama, some negative things? Why don't you tell me? You say some negative things. We'll listen to what you guys say. I'm still really proud of myself the way I dealt with that guy who was being a bitch ass like last week, I'm still really proud of myself for that. That guy who was like got all butthurt because I said like no liberal or like liberals are fucking weird and stuff. And then I banned him, and then like he proved he was a troll, but because he had like 7 other fucking accounts that came in to defend him, and I'm like, no one else is defending you. I know this is you. it's just I like it when my intuition pays off. You know, I'm like, yeah, that guy was just a troll waiting to have an excuse to piss me off, so then I could ban him. And then he's like, I'm not a troll. By the way, there's 5 other accounts. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. Thank you for showing me that my intuition pays off. You old fucking slime bag. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good right there. Dad, being late is why Mom left you. Yeah, that is true. It is true. But to be fair, she was fucking the mailman, you know? I mean, you know, she wants a guy who comes on time, you know? Get the mail. Chris Broad likes fat white chicks over skinny Japanese women. That's what. Oh, what's up? What's up with that? Yeah, exactly. Well, you know. That guy, he's a wanker. You know, that's what the British refer to as wankers. Dad, I knew you'd be back with the milk and cigs, right? Yeah, you know, you knew it, dude. You knew that I'd come back. Ugh. What up, Text Machine? Is what it does. What it does. Anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting week so far. Monday and Tuesday. Monday I did my all-day live stream, which was fun, on Twitch, and it was just work. I ignored most of the chat most of the day, and we were watching, I forgot, I think we were watching like the Louis C.K. show or something. And then Tuesday, I was working on YouTube stuff in the morning, yeah, and then when it was like the afternoon, I decided to stop doing that and then just live stream while working on other shit. It was pretty good, you know. And then today I usually have like private lessons at night, but I haven't gotten a response back from my students if we're gonna do it tonight or if it's gonna be lessons on a different night. So we'll see. Don't mess with Texas. That's right. Morning, Sammy. How's my favorite streamer doing? Who's my favorite streamer? Oh my god, this is like one of my Japanese animes. Oh god, damn it! I'm trying to talk about piss and shit, and you're talking about all this other stuff that I don't give a fuck about. Oh, it's like one of my Japanese animes. Otacon. Yeah, guys. Yeah, nothing crazy. No giant big updates with me, you know. Just, you know, this whole week, like, we're finally it feels like spring. Finally, it's, like, not cold anymore. I prefer the cold over the heat, though. But, yeah, I called my bike place to see if they could repair spaghetti. And they're like, it's before spring, dude. Like, we're all booked up. And I thought they were saying that to be racist towards me because I don't like jumping towards the racism card, but I was like, okay, wait. And then I called my old motorcycle shop last night, and I feel so stupid. And I was like, hey, this motorcycle shop that's near me, they were kind of dicks, and I've been going to there for 2 years, and they're like, yeah, we're busy, go somewhere else. And he's like, and my old motorcycle, my old repair guy's like, yeah, dude, it's before summer, man. Like, it's summer right now. Every fucking bike shop in Tokyo is full of people wanting to get their bikes ready for summer. And I'm like, oh, shit. And he's like, yeah, dude. He's like, they're not being dicks. Or maybe they're autistic, but they're not being dicks. So I was like, okay. So I'm an asshole? Oh, man. But anyway, yeah, so Spaghetti's in stasis right now. I'm going to have to go and unplug his battery because it's probably been draining. I haven't ridden him for 2 weeks, and that's not good. So I'm going to have to go and unscrew the battery so it's not drain. Because the battery drains, in case you guys didn't know. If you have your battery plugged in while your bike is sedentary for too long, then meh. That's what happens, and I blame you, specifically all of you watching right now. You on your fucking phones, sitting down in the park masturbating, thinking about dudes. It's all technically your fault. But Father, you said to go do it. Whatever. It's still your fault somehow. You guys want to see what I made? Look at what I did here. Check this out. Dad, install a trickle charger. It keeps my Harley fresh. Yeah, Connor, but the thing is that, like, I park my motorcycle in, like, a public spot. And I've seen that. I've seen the trickle chargers, but most of those are, like, I have my own private garage where, like, the thing sticks out of my bike, and it's very obvious that it's there. And I don't have that. I park my bike in the middle of Times Square, and, people will just come and steal it. So... yeah, I was looking at one, which is like a USB charger one, where you charge your USB battery, and then you plug it into your battery, and but then I don't have anywhere to put that USB battery, so, what are you going to do, right? Check this out, guys. Look what I made last night while watching Invincible in Japanese with you guys on Twitch. I made a little boxy box thing. Look at that. Out of old Amazon boxes. And look at this. Oh, I have all these different post-it notes now. That's like my organized thing. So it's like I got one for like stuff to do inside, AI studying, like stuff I need to do to clean inside my house, outside stuff, all this different shit. And yeah, it's very cool. Because, like, instead of just, like, having a notebook where I had my sticky notes, I was like, why don't I just have, like, a couple sticky notes for, like, different topics, and then I can, when I'm like, oh shit, that's related to Twitch, let me go here. Okay, here's the Twitch sticky note. Okay, I'll just write in here. And then once the sticky note is full, then I can put it in my notebook to refer to later. Anyway, yeah, I made this. It's got my stapler and my tape and everything in there, and then the other small sticky notes. Very cool. Oh, it's so cool. I made my own office supplies. Meh. Just think of like any autistic weirdo, in Japan. Just making that noise. Oh god. Yeah, I've been doing those junk motorcycle videos. Dad, how did you know that I was gay? I wasn't. I didn't choose to be gay, It's just the spider monkeys. I hopped on to TikTok the first time in ages. The algorithm slapped speed dating with Laura Croft cosplay on my face. Yeah, TikTok it's trash. It's Chinese spyware. I don't have it on my phone. I know that you can get, it's good to get recognized. And to be fair, I do kind of like Threads. I like Threads because it introduces me to more Japan-related stuff, and I liked that. But, yeah, I mostly just stick to YouTube and Instagram. And Twitter. I am so on Twitter all the time. I love Twitter. Like, it's so funny. I remember, when I used to work full-time and, go outside and shit, I'd be on the train and I'd see Japanese people just checking Twitter like crazy. But, Twitter's awesome, man, because Twitter's got pictures, video, and then also, you can share it with people. And I don't know, man, Twitter became so fucking based after Elon took it over. So, I love, just finding out, random shit and then deep diving into it, you're always finding out random stuff, I don't know, what's something I found out recently, but I usually retweet everything, so that I find interesting. I have, no followers on Twitch or on Twitter, because I keep, I just retweet like crazy when I see something that's interesting. Yeah, I like Instagram and TikTok, or Instagram and Twitter better than TikTok, because TikTok is only short form videos. I feel like with Instagram I have more of whatchamacallit. I have more of control over binge watching short videos for so long, I was taking a hot dump and then I got Dad's notification. Can this night get any better? Hell yeah, dude. I took 2 major huge dumps this morning. It was great. What? Man who brutally murdered a gas station clerk in Fort Myers, Florida is Haitian illegal, caught and released by Biden in 2002. Damn, dude, he just killed that. Damn, he's fucking killed that lady with a hammer, dude. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, Biden. So, yeah, it's like you can find, like, you know, having people kill people is bad, but when you find out that it's an illegal immigrant that was let go purposely by Biden and his administration, then you know, it makes you think. Yeah, what is it? OG YouTuber, Angry Video Game Nerd celebrated 20 years on the platform by sharing a lost episode from 2006. That's cool. Yeah, but what's something new? Yeah, a room full of non-white people explaining how they're going to target white people. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, so fucking based. Yeah, New York is so fucking... I don't know, man. The funny thing is like, you know, I think that all these people complaining about places like London and New York, it's like, fuck it. Just move. I remember I saw this clip where this guy's like, where like, it's like 4 dudes and they're making jokes or whatever, right? And they're like, what would we do? What would you do if we banished all the white people from this place? He's like, oh, we would just start an island. We just move to an island. It would be the best island. And then you guys would get bored and want to come over and hang out with us. You know, I think that's pretty much, you know, how it would happen. And so it's like, I think all these people, they just need to abandon New York, like let it go to South Africa shit and start your own, like your own place, you know, go and start your own place and don't let like the liberals get in there. Cause that's all the liberals do. They just like, they go to California, they wreck it. And then they go to Texas and then they wreck it. Like, you know, they ruin wherever they're living for their ideals that they don't even fucking believe in, that they don't even think about the consequences of. And then they, like, you know, it's like communist parasites, you know. They just their whole purpose is just to go and ruin everything that's civilized and good, you know. Yeah, there's civilization cancer, I believe so. Oh yeah, Asmongold got banned because he said something about how he doesn't care about the opinions of certain people, and I agree with him on that. Oh, man, so good. Oh, Chuck Norris beating up liberals. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so good. Hell yeah, dude. Beating up Gavin Newsom. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Nancy Pelosi. Fuck yeah. Hi, family. What's up, Let's Isekai? What it does. You guys remember Boxy? God, she was hot. Oh, yeah, the 4chan chick. Yeah, dude. Whatchamacallit? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, it's all digital opium designed to get you addicted. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a reason why I only watch it when I'm like sick or whatever, you know, because it's just like I need something that's short form that will distract me from the pain, Teeks. It's by design. Let areas go to shit so new investment can move in. Yeah. But they always try to cope by saying, but it's my home. No one can consolidate power around ports. I mean, I think that's like why I rent, you know? It's so like people can't pull this shit and be like, you know, but it's like, oh, but it's my home. I'm like, nah, guys, we got like barely any stuff. Let's just pack up and go somewhere else. Fuck this, you know? Like, fuck this stuff. Let's just get out of here. You know, like, it's going to shit. Let's leave. Dad's giving me the I am 30 or 40 years old and I don't need this vibes. Yep. I always tell people it sucks where you are. What you don't have to stay exactly. Yep. No one can consolidate power. Yeah. What is it? Yeah. You know, it's just
filmed her on an old camera. He demanded to go home.
I brought some shrimp. I don't know. It's one of those things too when people are like, "Oh man," but they're like ruining, like the new, like every single time they make a new version of something, they're making it woke and shitty. And I'm like, I don't really care because I still have access to the old stuff, and like if I have kids, I'm just gonna show them the old stuff. Like that's all it is. I'm not gonna like. I don't give a shit. Like I fuck it. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, it's fine. They're like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. It's okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll just watch the old one. It's like they ruined Little Mermaid. Yeah, I don't need to, like fuck it. I'm not gonna watch that anyway. But if my kids are like, oh, let's watch it, I'm like, yeah, we'll sit down. I mean, I think a lot of parents are angry because they're not really actually parents. Like they just like drop their kids off at somebody else's fucking daycare or whatever. And then they're just like, this sucks, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fine, like, your kids, like, my like, I went over to my buddy's house that I hadn't seen in, like, maybe, I don't know, a month or two, and his kids go to private school, and I understand it's stressed and it's, like, stressing and everything, but still, man, it's just, like, they were spoiled, dude, and he's like, and they're all, like, freaking out when he turned off the TV, and they're like, why do you turn off the TV, why do you turn, and I'm like, dude, like, and I was like, why are you, and he's like, I don't know, man, like, they're just kids throwing temper tantrums, and I'm like, no, it's because you let them watch all this YouTube type shit that's, like, high dopamine stuff if they click off of it, and, like, yeah, dude, like, like, how do you not know this, man, like, you're supposed to be, like, richer and smarter than me, and it's like, yeah, so, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's like, people want to complain, but it's like, just be in your kids' lives more, and just be careful about what you let them see. And also, if you live in an area of town where, like, some black guy kills an old guy, and then the judge lets him go, just pack up and leave. Take the loss on your real estate or whatever, and just fucking pack up and leave, man. Yeah, like, that's bullshit. I mean, this is the great thing about Twitter is that, like, Facebook has a lot of liberal retards on there, and, they're always defending shit. Like, when Charlie Kirk got shot, saw so many disgusting people just being assholes, like, fuck them, and it's like, at least on Twitter, like, I like it because Twitter's not trying to be, like, it's not trying to be propaganda. It's not trying to lie to you. It's just showing you the truth, and I like that. And it's like the truth, like, that's the thing that sucks about liberals is that, like, they don't want to see the truth, and when you show that to them, they lie, and they're just like, they're in denial. They're like cult members, Like, you're like, oh, Scientology's not real, it's just some bullshit thing made up by failed, science fiction writer, and they're like, la 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 la, I can't hear you, la 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 la, and like that's the whole, like, everybody who votes for this shit, like Kevin Sorbo, so based, like he's showing what is this from Sweden? There's a new ad in Sweden that depicts a Swedish woman, white woman, listening to her phone without headphones, and there's a black guy being like, really, what the fuck, and it's like, come on, dude. Like, like, I was trying to, like, I was talking to one of my gaijin friends who's lived in Japan for like 25 years, and I was like, why do you think the repair guy's, like, doing this to me? And he's like, oh, it's just, they're racist. Everyone's racist here. They're all being racist because of the media and shit recently. And I was just like, hey, man, like, I don't know. I don't think, I don't, like, it's one of those things, man, where it's like, I know I say shit that comes off for, like, if somebody didn't know this live stream, they could just jump to the immediate conclusion that, like, oh, man, that guy's racist. But you gotta understand, it's like, racism to me is somebody who hates somebody because of, like, an irrational idea, right? Like, they literally, genuinely hate them. And it's like, no, I don't hate, like, what is it? It's like, if something happens, like, 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 you see on Twitter or something, there's like, you know, this woman's like, my dad said not to marry my black boyfriend, and then it's like a few moments later, and she's like, well, he left, and he punched me, and he beat me up. I'm like, well. And it's not saying that white people don't do that to their girlfriends or whatever. I'm just saying that there's this like, you know, what do you call it, like natural magnet whatever stuff of just shit people getting together, and you know, you start recognizing patterns and stuff. It doesn't mean that it happens all the time, but when it does happen, you're not surprised, you know, because it's all part of the nature's programming kind of thing, right? So it's like, you know, like I hate the fact that I'm pleasantly surprised when I see like a mixed, like black like, you know, couple that are still together after 20 years, because I'm like, why is it I don't expect that every single time I see that, you know? And like, I mean, it's like I was at ALT for a couple years in Chiba, and like every fucking half black kid that I saw, their dad left, you know? And it's not like there weren't that like, you know, it wasn't like I saw so many, but every single one I saw, the dad was no longer in their lives, and it's just like, well, you know, okay, well, the stereotype's there, and it's like all these people, they it's just they don't look at real stuff, they just look at like Disney movies, and they're like, Disney is real. I'm like, yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just like I take every day in Japan for, like, you know, I'm grateful. I don't take it for granted because I know how shit it is in other parts of the world. And yeah, you know, Japan's one of those few bastions of hope left. Oh my God, Cobra Bebop with a triple. Raised on an iPad generation, the modern cable guy, and people wonder why they don't have social skills and mom and dad aren't there. Yeah. I saw that Swedish meme with her about the headphones this morning. Yeah. Cobra, you sexy black man, dude. Look at that. You know, it's just, it's one of those things, dude, where I'm just like, you know, like when you're getting, you know, when you're older and stuff, you're getting older and you're just like Danny Glover, you know, I'm getting tired of this shit, you know? It's like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I want everything to be like it was in the 90s, where like we got past this racism shit, you know, because it was more of a class warfare thing at that time, you know. But now, like, the powers that be want us to do the race wars and shit. That's why they keep feeding us all this racism shit all the time. I gotta run, but I will see you sexy people later. That's right, Cobra, you get in there.
Very much for watching and see it. Yeah, they are inviting the whole world. It's international event.
Yep. FedEx driver who's accused of abducting and strangling a 7-year-old. Wow. What the fuck, dude? What state was that in? I randomly saw a video that Cobra showing his homemade gym equipment. Man, you look good. That wasn't me. Soon I'll look as jacked as Cobra. You sure? Tokyo played a video. You got blonde hair. Oh, no. I said that guy looks like... that was like during one of the live streams. Sleek, I said this is what I'm choosing Cobra looks like. That sexy big blonde bodybuilder guy. Where was this? Where did this take place? This FedEx guy. Oh shit, another 10 gift memberships. Oh my god. Cobra's adding more people to the cult. I love it. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you, Cobra, but in a sexual manner. Thank you, my good sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What the hell is this? A blood eagle. A method of torture that used by Vikings. It was mainly done for shock value. The skin on your back would be sliced open, exposing your rib cage. Your ribs would be snapped and pulled back, making it look like blood-stained wings. Then your lungs would be dragged out and left outside your body while you slowly suffocated. Ugh. That don't sound good. Yeah, they're not saying where that was. In Japan. Or not Japan. Yeah, wood chippers, yeah. America, yeah. I don't know, it would be, I think in, like, a perfect world, if somebody, like, you know, let the punishment fit the crime. It's like every dude who rapes, they just gotta get raped. And, like, get raped, like, 5 times worse or something, you know? And same thing with the judges, too. If they let out, like, a violent, like, murder, they just get murdered. Or, like, they get raped or whatever, you know? They're like, oh, he's autistic? Boom, boom. Okay, let him go. And it's like, Your Honor, this was a simulation. You've actually been, you know, we actually find you guilty. You piece of shit. I always wonder what's in the judges' brains, you know? Like, is it like, are they bribed? Are they blackmailed? Or are they just, like, fucking just evil, you know? Yeah, man, it's like I see these pictures of like Europe, and it's just like I would have loved to visit Europe. You know, I was watching like Roman holiday and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, like Europe looks beautiful back then, you know. And then it's just like, you know, and then it's like, yep, well, and then I see Europe now, and it's just like, God, it's just all just refugee, totally not people from there. Just like fucking just stupid, no dignity having loud people, just trash everywhere. I'm just like, but you gotta look at the big picture. There is some politician or some rich people that are like, this needs to happen. They're the ones who fucking let that happen, you know? Like all those people coming in, they're just pawns of a bigger thing. I think like the best way to like counteract this is just race swap everything else, you know? Like if they're really gonna race swap like people being bad on the train, let's do it for everything else. Let's race swap Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, you know, Harriet Tubman. Let's just race swap all the important black people and see how they like it, you know? It's like, it's such hypocritical shit because you know that they would riot. They'd be all pissed off. You know, because they don't want to see black people as the oppressors, right? And, yeah, and at the same time, it's like, yeah, like, what is it, Malcolm X and it's Ryan Gosling or whatever, you know? It's just, I don't know. It's funny because it's like, it says two things. It says that they're not good enough to have their own thing. So they have to just like race swap something because nobody cares about their own original stuff that they're making. So that's one. And two, they're saying that we hate your other stuff and we're trying to replace it. And like the funny thing is like if they did a good job, then like no one would care, right? Like if they did such a good job that the character, like the actor playing the character would be so good that you're like, oh wow, I like this one actually better, you know? Like what is it? It's like when they like April O'Neil on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? Like when like in the comics she looks very different than she does in the cartoon, and in the movie she looks really different than she did in the cartoon. But you know, the movie was so fun and she was such a good actress that like nobody cared, you know? It was still overall so good that nobody gave a shit. But when they race swap this stuff, they do it in the most lazy, just fucking like horrible way possible. And then they get angry that people don't like it. And I'm like, dude, if you made it so much, if you made it better, like people would actually be like, oh, actually, I like this one better. It's good. Like for example, the Full Metal Alchemist anime. The Full Metal Alchemist had two animes. One that was a really kind of original story, and then the other one that copied the manga, like tit for tat. And I like the first Metal Alchemist better than the second one, even though that's not the original story. Like, but I was like, you did it so well, I like it better. You know, so it's like that is possible. You can make it better. Like during Cowboy Bebop, the live action. I don't know if you guys watched the live action Cowboy Bebop. I thought that it wasn't bad, but it's just the editing and the pacing was really bad. But like people were getting angry that Jet was replaced by a black guy, and I was like, wait. Like Jet to me was always a black guy though. Like same thing with like Piccolo. Like Piccolo was always a black dude. Like, you know, it's like a strong, like there is like this, what do you call it, archetype, stereotype of like a strong black guy. And I always like, you know, like there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, you got Morpheus from The Matrix. Like I wouldn't want Morpheus to be white. You know, I don't want him to be Chinese. I want him to be a strong black dude, you know. Like I don't know. I'm trying to, like Denzel Washington in the Book of Eli. I like his character, but I like it that it's like old black dude. You know, Morgan Freeman. Imagine if Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption was a white guy. It's like, you know. Yeah, you sure took your blade of log here. Yeah, ruin the image now. Yeah. What we got here? Catching up on the chat. No name, you sexy man. How many times is too many to visit Japan? I don't know, 100. I think if you visited Japan over 100 times, you should just move here. You know, stop paying for all the plane tickets and just move here. You know. Thanks, Cobra. You smash hard. Yeah, guys, hype in the chat for Cobra and No Name. They're keeping the dream alive on a sexual level. You know. I'm spamming the steel balls for No Name, and I'm spamming the chibis for Mr. Cobra. Judges at all levels have to be elected, so that explains some of it. Yeah, judges have a god complex, and they use their power to force their political BS. Everyone. Yeah, that's another thing. I finally got Grok to blackface me. I need to see if I still have it. There you go. What about Morbius? It's Morbid time. Yeah, it's Morbid time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, how many times is too many times to visit Japan? Yeah, thank you for the $20, No Name. You're a very sexy black guy right there. Oh yeah, No Name's in New York. Oh man, I wonder how it's looking different. I want Morpheus to be a 90-pound Asian man who is a magnet for the disgust of women. There you go. Blade should have been played by Kevin Spacey. No. Yeah, motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. What? I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, you know, like it used to be that like if a black guy's in the movie, it's like he's cool. But also, he's like he's got like this presence about him, and he's good at acting, you know? But it's also like the fate of the director, right? Like, how good is the director kind of thing. Like, there's that guy, Michael Jai White, you know? He's the guy who played Spawn in the Spawn movie. And it's like, that guy's, like, he's a great martial artist. But, like, every movie that he's been in is just shit. Like, I don't think he's a really good actor. Or at least, maybe he's a good actor. He doesn't have, like, that presence. He doesn't have that, like, impact that, I don't know. Like, for example, Tyler Perry or whatever. What is it? The guy who rapes Marlon Wayans or whatever. And, you know, he's the president in Idiocracy. Like, that guy, he's jacked just like him. He can do martial arts like him, but he doesn't have the same presence that the guy has. You know, Michael Jai White's just like, it's like that kid in high school that you forget. You know, he does cool stuff, but he's just like, there's no hook. I feel no hook with him. You know, Wesley Snipes though. Wesley Snipes is like, he's got such personality. And like him in Demolition Man, like, you know, the director's like, hey, you just do whatever you want, be silly, because I know you've got the natural energy just to be hilarious. And like Wesley Snipes, actually, I forgot, he's like a black belt or something. Like he's actually really good at martial arts. And like, see, like Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes wasn't a martial artist, like, to begin with, like in his like Hollywood career, you know. He was just like, white men can't jump and New Jack City. But then you see him in like Demolition Man and Blade, and I'm like, oh shit, that guy's actually got, like, he's got form. Holy shit. What else do we got? Shit, I've been to Japan like 5 times at this point. Well, you still have 95 more before you need to move over here. As a kid, I kept reading the title as Demolition Man, a lotion. Last week, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer rolled out the red carpet for a terrorist visiting London. Oh my god, the guy has a picture of him holding up 2 heads. This week, he's banning Kanye West for having said things that he disagrees with. Holy shit. That guy literally, like, killed people, and he has a picture of him holding up their heads. Bro, that's so evil. Like, oh my god. Kanye made that song that was really catchy. Keir Starmer is the ultimate lesbian, yeah. Yeah, Keir Starmer, like, he's a little bitch. I don't even know how that guy got elected, man. Yeah.
Welcome to public school. You'll be here for at least the next 14 years of your life. Hey, you wanna be best friend?
I love these, like, something core videos. Life core, yeah. Oh, Canada. So stupid. My dick. What is this? Oh, shit. Damn, dude. Oh, man. This Flintstones thing. Betty and Wilma look like they could... Dude, they look hot, bro. Holy shit. It's like they're taking these 2D characters and making them real. Bro, nice. It's like, that's the whole thing that sucks, is like when you see like a hot like cartoon character and then she gets you know, you can see like the like transformation of like them becoming like, you know, you see like a cosplayer do it, but then it's like, oh, the cosplayer can't act though. So like she looks exactly what she would look like as like a real character, but she can't act for shit. And I was like, come on, bro. Yeah, dude. My ass. My ass and titties. I 3D printed my own suitcase for traveling, a little bit more tolerable. Cool. Yeah, people have 3D printers now, dude. Oh, dude, that's so cool. He's got like, guys, check out this 3D printer. Oh, this is so cool. He 3D printed his own suitcase, and it's got all these different compartments in there. He's got like a laptop stand. He's got like a snack holder. That's like, see, like people want to complain about 2026 and stuff, and I know all the political stuff is really bad, but like you can buy a 3D printer and make your own shit. That's cool. God, why am I? You know, you yawn because you're not getting enough oxygen to your brain, which is ironic because yeah, my nose is still stuffed. Coffee, help! Takes the gummies. Oh God, takes the spider monkeys. They're coming for my ass. Coffee, please, no. I just heard that the YouTuber Sunday Live is going to jail because someone sent her something illegal in the mail. Remind me of your friend's couch surfer. What happened to him? He's still in Japan. Yeah, I heard about Sunday too, and I think she's lying. Yeah, we talked about it on my Twitch stream, which you guys should follow, by the way. Whenever I Twitch stream, whenever I YouTube stream, I don't dual stream because I want my platforms to be for different purposes. So, like, YouTube is like the talk show. We're talking right now. It's fun, blah, 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 etc., right? But Twitch is more for, like, watching YouTube videos and hanging out, or watching movies or whatever, hanging out with you guys, or playing video games and hanging out. But it's also, I do the YouTube streams in the morning. I do Twitch streams at night. But the Twitch streams, I don't really talk to that many people. But anyway, check that out. But yeah, the Sunday live chick, I think she's, if you want my opinion on that, I think, one, she's lying, and two, it's just slimy that she's making content out of it, but she didn't say why. She made the first video and she doesn't say why she got arrested, but she makes a whole elaborate video about that, right? 37 minutes, doesn't mention once why she got arrested. Second video, she says that she got arrested and somebody sent a package to her. She said that somebody randomly sent her a package. I think that's bullshit. Simply because every post office, every FedEx company, they have like a fucking Excel file or whatever. They have a database showing exactly how many times a package went to your name or your address, right? And so when you get sent something weird in the mail, the police if something gets sent to you in the mail by customs and they stop it, they go through that list, right? They go through the history and see how much stuff has been sent to your house and by what address, right? Specifically what address. And that Sunday live chick talked about how her family sends her shit all the time. And so if it's like it's her name and her family's last name or whatever on the thing, right? And they send it to her, I'm guessing her family sent her NyQuil or Benadryl or something that she didn't know is illegal. It could have been ADHD meds. I don't know. But yeah, the police wouldn't have arrested her if it's because, like, if somebody tried to do that in Japan, like, I think like last year or the year before, these two rappers had a feud. And this rapper was like, he was a pussy and he didn't want to actually fight him. So the one rapper sent like drugs to the other rapper's house. And the guy came, like the delivery guy came and he's like, oh, I have this package for you. And the cops are waiting. And the guy's like, I didn't order a package. I'm not going to sign for this. Like, no. And the cops are like, oh, then the cops show up and they're like, hey, why didn't you sign for that? He's like, I never ordered this. I don't want it. Like, this isn't for me. Like, you know, and like, check my my postal history. The only packages that ever come here from Amazon or something. Like, I don't get ever any packages like that. That's why I didn't take that. And the cops are like, oh yeah, huh? I guess that's true. There's no real return address or the fake return address, but this was a Japanese postage, like domestic post shit. Okay, well, let's go to the post office where this was sent, because all the post offices in Japan have cameras. Now let's go back to the day, because the database says what day it was, and then let's go back to the day, let's check the camera, and then let's follow the guy through CCTV cameras. And like, the guy was probably stupid and paid for it with a credit card or something. And anyway, they arrested the other rapper for doing that. So I'm guessing, if I could guess, that the Sunday live chick, she had her family send her some allergy medication, and I don't know, man. Like, that chick, she gives me the vibes of, like, I've never seen her speak Japanese once in her videos, you know? I've never seen her speak Japanese, so I'm assuming her Japanese is bad, or she has somebody help her. And it's just, I hate these people that are like, I'm a girl boss, I got my stuff together, I'm doing this. Oh my god, I'm getting arrested for something that is so obvious that I shouldn't have done. You know? It's like, it's just like, I don't have any sympathy or empathy for these people. You know? Like, same thing happened with this woman who worked for Toyota. Like, a couple years ago, her mom tried to send her Adderall in the mail, and the customs picked it up, and she got arrested. Like, she should, you know? So yeah, I used to work for FedEx. There's a database entry for literally every package is touched. Yeah. What a coward move. That's some femme energy. Yeah, I mean, well, the guy got arrested. Just type in Japanese rapper gets arrested for sending drugs to other rapper and you can find it, you know? Anyway, yeah, so... And besides, I think that Sunday chick said that she was married to a Japanese guy or something, so she's doing a business, but all she is like she just got, you know, a spouse visa and she's just doing whatever she wants, you know? That's not really like girl bossy. That's like I got married and then I'm doing, like, I mean, there's a Swedish chick that does the same thing on Instagram. She's actually kind of hot. She's got like pink hair and shit. Totally would fuck her. But you know, like, she's married to a Japanese guy, you know, I'm guessing, and that's how she does it. Like, a lot of these influencers, man, they're all married to, like, Japanese people, and then they, like, you know, it's just, and then they do, like, YouTube full-time and shit, or, like, Instagram or Twitch full-time, you know, and they're like, this is my business, I made it from the ground up. I'm like, no. Like, to start a business in Japan is super easy. To start a business to sponsor your own visa, that's really hard. Which is why you just get Japanese people that you're cool with to start a company, and then you do all the work, and then they sponsor you through that company, even though you did all the work. It's just their name is there, you know? People do it in America all the time. But yeah, you know, people want to be stubborn and shit, you know? Girl boss equals woman so intolerable that she has to live on her own because no one wants to be in her life. Yeah, probably, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know the Sunday woman that much, but she just seems like kind of a stereotypical, like, copy-paste kind of vlogger. Like, she's like one of those, she's an expat, she's not an immigrant. Like, she talks about how she speaks Japanese all the time. I've never seen her speak Japanese. I don't know her channel that well, but, like, when somebody brought it up on Twitch, I went over to the channel, and, I'm looking, like, where, is there anything where she speaks Japanese or whatever? And it's like, there's nothing, you know? And, like, my Japanese isn't perfect, but at least I put it out there. Like, I'm always okay with, like, people being like, well, your Japanese sucks. And I'm like, well, you're welcome to show me how much better your Japanese is. Go ahead, show me. Like, maybe I could learn something. It's always the shit talkers that never want to put up, you know? Put up or shut up. And, like, they never want to do it, so it's just like, eh. But I'm just saying that you can't really know a culture, and you can't really know the rules of the culture, and you can't really talk about the culture as a semi-expert unless you know the language. And a lot of these people that come here and they're like, look at my vlog. This is my vlog going on vacation to Okinawa. And I'm like, that's great. Do you actually speak Japanese? You got Japanese friends that don't speak English? Like, I talked to like 3 Japanese friends yesterday because I wanted to confirm or not if my repair guy was being a dick or not, you know? And they're all just regular chill people. They don't speak English, you know? And that's not a brag. I mean, it would be nice if they actually spoke English, but they don't. One of them knows English, but she refuses to use it for some reason, which I thought, it's so funny. Because it's like I have this one friend who, she lived in, like, Europe for a while, and, like, she got pretty high scores on her English test, but whenever I send her messages in English, she's like, write Japanese. I don't got, you know, the energy to read English. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's kind of nice, though, that, like, they forced me to use Japanese with them. I can't be lazy. I like that. Living in Sweden or Nigeria, it's expected to speak the language. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, wherever you go, you should learn the language because it just gives you a tactical advantage, you know? But also, it's like, what, like if I went on TV, or, like, if I'm on YouTube, right, and I'm just like, okay, guys, like, look, I'm going to talk to you about surfing. Even though I've been to the beach a lot of times, and I've read books about surfing, but, like, you never actually saw me surf, would you really, like, care about my opinion, you know?
You convinced me. I'll be in Japan in 2 weeks, then long.
Nice. Yeah, get over here, dude. Get over here. Sign up for a tour. I'm free, what is it, I have a tour, I think, for June, but I'm free in May. I'm only going to do 1 tour per month from now on, guys. So sign up for the Patreon. That's another thing, too, man. Like, Like, just being transparent and shit. Like, my, it's like my tours and stuff on you, like, for Patreon. Like, I just take you around Shinjuku. We don't even go around the city anymore. We go around Shinjuku. I just take you to local spots, and we have a good time, right? It's one of those things, right, where we're just, we're just chilling. But I could make more money offering more tours per month, especially for, like, the busy months. Like, fucking, like, August and, like, December, and I'm like, nah. I live in Seoul, and recently more locals speak to foreigners in Korean. Just today I was asked for directions. Same in China, locals expect you to speak. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, when you're in the countryside, they expect that too. Here, hold on. Damn it, I reset the thing really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Come on. There you go, bitch. Okay. I didn't add Cobra's time yet. We got 12 minutes on the original time, and then we'll add Cobra's time. Oh, man. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the great thing, too. When you're in the countryside, Japanese people expect you to speak Japanese. And that is really nice, you know? And that's the thing. It's like, people are always worried. It's like, well, what if people are always worried. It's like, well, what if my Japanese isn't perfect? Or what if I can't speak politely? It's like, dude, trust me. Japanese people will be so happy in general that you speak, that they can actually talk to you instead of not speak at all. Like, don't worry about those guys who are like, oh man, he didn't like me because I wasn't polite enough or something. It's like, fuck those guys, dude. There's not that many of them, you know? Like, if you're cool and you're chill and you got a good vibe about you, and they know that they can at least talk to you and explain shit, that's all that matters. And, like, for the people that are, like, super hypersensitive about shit and they're like, I don't like this guy or something, it's like, yeah, dude, like, fuck them. It's okay. You don't want to be around people like that to begin with anyway, right? Like, dudes like that are just little bitch asses, man. Like, you don't want to be around people like that. Like, do you really want to spend time around people who are like, that guy didn't kiss my ass perfectly in my own language, even though I don't speak English, and, like, now I don't like him? It's like, yeah, fuck them, dude. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, same thing with, like, whatchamacallit, like, same thing with, like a fucking, like, landlord or something. Like, why would you want to stay in a building if a landlord is like, fuck you, like, I don't want to talk to you, like, I know you're a foreigner, but I don't even want to give you the chance to talk to me because I just don't want anything to do with you? Like, why would you want to give money to those people? And it's like, well, it's in a really good spot of town. It's like, who gives a shit? There's plenty of other people that don't give a shit that you're a foreigner. I mean, like, this place right here that I live in right now, the fucking landlord said he didn't want foreigners living in his spot. And like, I talked to him. Well, I talked to the agent, and I talked to him over the phone, and then we went to go see him, and yeah, it's what is it? Using a Brita filter would drink alcohol makes the alcohol taste better? What? How is that a thing? But anyway, yeah, like, I talked to him, and he was like, like, what's your plans? I was like, well, eventually I'm going to get Japanese citizenship. Well, I told him I was in the middle of applying for it. I mean, I was collecting, whatchamacallit, I was collecting the paperwork to start applying for Japanese citizenship, but I've decided I'm not going to do it until I have kids, because I want them to have my American citizenship as well. But I mean, yeah, I talked to him, and, like, he's like, you've been here for a while? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been here for a while and shit, and, I've just been chilling, and, yeah, what is it? I was just like, yeah, man, I've just been doing a bunch of different jobs and stuff, and I was lucky to be able to talk to that guy, because most people, I don't think they would make the effort to talk to him, or, like, talk to people. And it's like, my whole thing is, like, before you decide to, like, say fuck you or whatever, like, most people can be diffused if you just talk to them, and a lot of people don't even try to get that far, and, like, that's all you gotta do. Like, if you can get somebody to sit down and talk with you, that cuts off, like, most of their hesitation for bullshit. And you gotta remember that, man. Like, you gotta remember, like... And also, if somebody's being an asshole, you don't know what they went through that day. Like, I mean, you know, if they're an asshole and it's a consistent thing of you two, then yeah, like, fuck that person. But, like, you don't know what happened that day with that person, you know? You don't know what went on. Like, you know, maybe, something. And, yeah, I mean, with my mechanic, I was like... He's like, yeah, I'm busy, take it somewhere else. And I was like, what the fuck? You never talked to me like that before. Like, that's really rude. I was like, oh, okay, I'll give him 2 weeks. And then he's still like, yeah, dude, like, I'm really busy. Like, go take it somewhere else. I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck this guy. And then I call my old mechanic, and then I also call Tetsu. And they're like, yeah, dude, they're really busy. It's summer. It's our spring, you know? They're getting busy. And I'm like, ah, fuck. Yeah, he's just being a dick, but it's not because he's a dick to me. He's just being a dick in general. I'm like, okay, there you go. No one cares if your Japanese isn't perfect. They only care if what you have to say. Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, they want to know that they can talk to you. That's the only thing. It's like, can they talk to you? Can they not talk to you? You know? Bro, let's be honest. You aren't gonna have any kids. Why do you think about that? Why do you think so, Charleston Chew? Feel free to elaborate. Gaijin life in Japan, anime, Pokemon, Visual K, travel Japan, move to Japan, Japanese school, Japanese boyfriend. He was an asshole, work in Japan, leave Japan. That's pretty funny. Hiragana Ninja. Oh man, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the whole thing about, like, other foreigners coming to Japan, too, is that, like, they're not gonna, like, I was asking that one chick, who I did the, pause, I was asking that one chick, that I did the food review with, and I was like, do you really, like, I was like, you started doing, like, influencer stuff, and, like, you work and you kind of live in Shibuya. Like, what do you think about all these foreigners coming into Japan? Like, do you think it's a really, like, you know, like, what do you think about it? Are you a little bit, like, disheartened by it? And she's like, most of the people that come to Japan, like, they're not going to actually stay. Like, they'll stay for, like, a year or two, maybe even 5, but they'll eventually leave. Because, like, they find, like, you know, the reason that was keeping them is no longer here. Like, they'll get, like, you know, they'll stay here because they married some chick and then they get divorced and they're like, okay, I'm leaving. Or, you know, or it's just like maybe they lose their job and they're like, yeah, I don't want to be, like, you know, I don't want to be here anymore. Or, but most of the time it's just like they didn't learn Japanese. They didn't make Japanese friends. They didn't bother to get hobbies that are based around here, you know? Like, that's usually the case. Yeah, what else we got here? 40 Rules of Atomic Habits. Atomic Habits is a really good book. Let's see. Destroying your kid. There's a Japanese guy who broke his kid's Switch because he was pissing him off. Toto oya ni mitsukarimashita. Imamare wa arigato Switch. Niroto game wa dekinai ne. He's like, I guess my dad found my Switch. Sorry, Mr. Switch. I guess it was. Destroying your kid's console doesn't fix their behavior. It teaches them that you can't be trusted with anything they care about. These are parents who wonder why their kids go no contact at 18. You don't discipline them. You traumatize them. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, you gotta have, you know, like, what is it? It's like, you gotta have, like, you know, what is it? It's like, you need to be on top of your stuff, and I feel like a lot of parents are not on top of their stuff, you know? Like, they, like, I mean, there's a difference between, whatchamacallit? There's a difference between, like my friend who's like the guy with the spoiled kids that I was telling you guys about, right? It's like he's so busy with his stuff, his wife's so busy with her stuff, and then when the kids come home, they're just like, okay, whatever, just let them watch whatever. I don't got time for this, you know. And then they turn off the TV and the kids have a temper tantrum. Meanwhile, like, some of my students, you know, like, they're very well behaved. And, like, you know, I went over to one of my students' house and, like, to teach her privately. And, like, I saw that, like, her parents are, like, you know, Like, we gotta turn off we're turning off the TV, and the kid's like, "Aw," and she's like, "Hey," and the kid's like, "Yeah," like, you gotta have discipline. You gotta be able to put your foot down. A lot of parents, they just like, their kid freaks out, and then they basically become Kyle's mom. The kid freaks out, and then they're like, "This is somebody else's problem. I make money. I'm busy. I'm important. So this can't be my this isn't my fault." Yeah. Listen, no one cares because you're too old for one. You don't have physical ability to raise them, and no woman in her right mind is going to raise your kids and also take care of you as well. Speaking honestly, is that a natty respawn? Okay, so Charleston, let's see how long you've been following me, and let's see your chat activity up until now. Okay, you followed my YouTube 14 years ago. You've been following me for 14 years, and your only ever chat to me is to say, you're never going to have kids because you're too old, you don't have the physical ability to raise them, and no woman in her right mind is going to raise your kids and also take care of you as well, speaking honestly. You know nothing of... I feel like this is like a Woody Allen moment where it's like... what was that, the scene where it's like, the guy's explaining the movie, and he's like, what the director meant by this was that this thing and that, and he's like, you're full of shit. And the guy's like, well, I teach a class at Yardale about this, about this certain topic and blah, 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 and I know for a fact this is what the director meant. And Woody Allen's like, well, I actually have the director here, and like, he brings him out, and he's like, did you mean any of that? And he's like, no, I did not mean any of that. You're talking out of your ass. You know nothing of my work. It's like, I don't know, Charleston Chew, if your first and only chat to me is just to talk shit when you've had no interaction and you're barely watching, I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, you gotta think about it from my perspective, right? Like, how would you feel if you've been like live streaming for like years, long time, right? And then you get and like the chat's kind of slow, and then you get one guy coming into the chat, and he's like, I haven't really commented on I've never commented on any of your videos, and the only time I've ever contributed to your live stream for the discussion is to say that you're too physically disabled to do anything. Then like, how do you expect me to respond to this stuff? I've been listening to you say I have kids for a long time, bro. You're past your limits unless you have a physique like Swimmer Nick. Okay, there you go. There you go. Charleston Chews tastes like dog shit. Yeah, Charleston Chew, dude, you're obviously like, look, dude. You're welcome to show me how you look, You're welcome to show me how. Well, let me see. I really doubt you have a YouTube channel. You can show me how successful you are with your kids and how well you look and how old you are. Yeah, your profile picture is you wearing shoes. That's it. So I'm basically talking to a wall right now. Is it not true? I don't think it's not true. I think that no matter how old you are, you always have the chance to change. You can't take the heat. You're the anonymous guy talking shit on the internet, dude. If anything, you're the guy who can't take the heat. I'm putting myself out there. What are you doing? I think that no matter how old you are, you can always change. You can always get better. You can always improve your life. And I don't know, man. Like, there's people that just watch and then they want to say negative shit. And like, look, dude, like, I understand if you maybe have that perspective or opinion over me, but at the same time, like, it seems like you have like a very, very like set, like, scarcity, limited, whatever you want to call it, limited beliefs, scarcity mentality, where it's like, dude, you're old, just give up and die. And it's like, I don't know, I don't choose to think that way about my life. I choose to be positive. I choose to think that there's options. I think it's way better to be optimistic, but at least have realistic. Like, I consider myself optimism and realism, like, where it's like you realistically see the world for what it is, but then you're optimistic about that it can change for the better. And I think if you have that mentality, you can change a lot of things in your life. And it's like, you know, every day, every week, every month, I'm taking steps to make stuff better. I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, yeah, this guy has nothing to offer. Let's ban him. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like, look, I don't really give trolls like the benefit of the doubt, but you know, there's probably only 10 people watching this live stream, but yeah, it's just, if you've been watching me for 14 years and that's like how you really feel about me, I don't know why you're here, man. Like, why are you even watching me besides hate, like with the what do you call it, with the goal of hate watching me? If you've been watching me for 14 years and you support my stuff, I don't know why you'd say something like that, especially if you know me so well, you know. Natty's obsessed with Poppy's body, yeah. I have kids and I don't look like Swimmer Nick, yeah. What it won't, yeah. Curs, what it does, Curs. I don't want kids, they take up too much noise and they're annoying. It's about what you can do. Can you get up at 4 a.m. and stay up all day, even for 24 hours, and then repeat? I totally respect you for what you do, Tikyo, and you're a good guy. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, thanks, Illuminati. This guy has nothing to offer. Let's ban him. Should we ban him, Sam? 14-year sub. Can't believe he talks like that. Well, yeah, I mean, like, you know, the simple fact that you don't know or have any idea of what it takes to have kids, I'm being realistic. Your health hinders your ability to do so now. Adding kids to the mix is a lot more. Dude, like, I teach kids, not full-time, but, like, dude, like, I've taught kids for a long time, man. Like, I know having kids is different than teaching kids, but there's plenty of people that are way worse health-wise than me and way worse financially than me having kids, and they're doing fine, you know? So, I think just to be, like, what do you call it? The term deterministic, like ultimatum, where it's like, unless you are in really tip-top shape, you won't be able to have kids or find a woman. I feel like that's so, like, I don't know, man, that's like a very black-pilled way of thinking. Like, that's, I mean, like, you're welcome to show me your Instagram showing, like, because, like, look, dude, if you are like a chiseled guy who's like in his 40s, like Nick or whatever, and like you're in a successful relationship, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that you're talking from personal experience. But if you're just some anonymous guy on the internet, why should I care what you're saying? And two, why should I believe anything that you're saying? Like, are you talking from personal experience? I'm talking about from teaching kids for almost 20 years, man. Like, teaching kids and raising them to be right. You know, there's a difference between when they're at your house and when they're outside in school. But if I can be such a good teacher that I'm changing kids' lives that come and join my classes, why couldn't I do it for my own kids? Like, I'm already halfway there. And it's like, well, you're fat. You're fat, you know, like, so. I guess you haven't been watching the YouTube channel for a while. Or you haven't been watching these live streams for a while. Because it's like, again, it's like, you know nothing of my work. You know nothing what's going on. I post a life update video once a month, and I don't expect anybody to watch them, but it's like to come in here and say something that's so deterministic, and when you're like, well, I've watched your stuff on and off, I've never contributed, you know, I've never really listened to that, and I don't have any proof to show that I know what I'm talking about, but you should take what I say, you know, seriously. I don't know, man, like, you know, you say, like, what is it, like, you can't take the heat. And it's like, I'm trying to, like, again, I'm trying to be, like, clear-headed about this. I don't want to, like, sound, like, emotionally responsive or anything. It's just, like, you got to understand, like, from your perspective and my perspective, you know? Like, you always got to keep that in mind when talking to a live streamer. Nobody said anything about you getting a woman. You keep the repeat on how when you have kids, teaching kids and having kids are two totally different things. Yeah, it is. And I just explained why. Yeah, Charleston, are you okay? Seems like he has an inferiority complex. That's natty, yeah. You said having a woman take care of you. I don't need a woman to take care of me. On the tours with Sam.
On tours with Sam, we did like 15K steps long, then drank and chilled for another 4 hours.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, man. I just, like, again, like, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But if you come in here and you're just, like, there's a difference between spouting nonsense, being, like, you know, like, obvious hater, and then just trying to be subtle about being like, look, you suck. Like, get it through your head, you suck. It's like, I don't know, man. It sounds like, again, if I had somebody who has something I want telling me that, I'd feel really bad. Like, that would actually make me feel sad, because it's like, oh, man, like, you know, I respect that person because they're doing what I want to do, and, like, they're saying that. That really hurts me. But when it's some anonymous guy on the internet, and the only interaction I've ever had with him is that, like, you know, I'm saying negative shit about you that I believe to be true, that you can never get what you want because it's too late, and even if it's not too late, you can never change. And, like, you know, you can't take the heat. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I try to have, like, a civilized conversation with people, but, again, situationally wise, it's like, you can't take the heat. You came in here, and you're the one who started this shit, dude. Like, how do you expect me not to ban you when you're ruining the vibe of the chat? And also, you're the one coming from a skewed perspective here, you know? Yeah. I'm sure the women in Japan would be ready or willing to take care of kids compared to American women. Oh, definitely. Well, I'm just saying, like, when there's a will, there's a way, you know? Are women in Japan still pretty obedient? I don't know. I think it really just depends on the guy. Illuminati. Like, I think there's a lot of women that, like, as long as you have your shit together and you make her feel good, then, like, she'll want to take care of you, you know? Here, let me add the time for Cobra. So that was 20 and 30. So 20 times 2, that's 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And then he had 10 more gift memberships. So that's 20. So that's 10 and 20. And then no name with the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 65 more minutes, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's the whole still living the dream thing, bro. You've lived in Japan for close to 20 years. You have nothing to show for it. You've slacked off and worked part-time job for most of it. Yeah, dude, like, this seems like very black-pilled, man. Yeah, keeping your cool with the trolls. Thank you, Let's Eat Guy. 1, 2, 66. You could have had like 5 homes by now and be ready to raise a family, but you're still living this unrealistic BS or when I have kids, but you don't have the means, honestly, Sam. Charleston, you seem like you're mad he's having... Yeah, like, I mean, Charleston, you say you've been watching my stuff for a while, and you say you've been watching me on and off and stuff, but, like, if you're saying this shit now, you've only dipped in on occasion. Which, I mean, I understand there's tons of YouTube channels out there, but if you're coming in here now in 2026 and you're like, you could have had like money and success and all this stuff, then you really don't understand what the hell this YouTube channel is about. Like, I spent 10 years of my life working full time. You know, I had a fiance, man. Like, I was going to get married and all this stuff, dude. I dyed my hair black. I tried to work full time for a Japanese company, multiple Japanese companies, and I realized I didn't want to do that, man. Like, you know, I reached the top of the mountain and I realized this isn't where I want to be because I'm just looking for validation from other people. I'm not doing what's really important to me. And so to you, maybe it seems like I'm going down, like I went down, and so since my status socially is not good, that I should feel bad about that. But I don't feel bad. Like, dude, I live in it's not an expensive apartment, but I live in the center of the city. And I barely ever work, man. Like, I have jobs that pay me so well that I don't need to work that much. I'm not living off of mom and dad like a fucking trust fund baby. And I don't have a sugar mama. Like, you know, I'm a grown man who supports himself and like just doing what I want to do, man. And so, like, if that's, you know, everyone thinks that you need to have things or you need to have money to be happy. And that's not the, like, this just shows me how black-pilled you are, Charles. I mean, I don't like just using, like, when we're having a serious talk, I don't want to use, like, internet terms, but it seems like, again, man, like, if this is what is important to you, if this is what you think is important for a man to be happy, then you've got a really warped perspective about a lot of stuff, dude. And it makes me question how you really are in real life, you know? You're sitting on the floor in a crusty apartment, closing in on a 40 working weekend job. You're not in a position to start a family. But don't you think that because I have so much free time that I would be able to work more for more money, or have free time to maybe move somewhere else and have more time to spend with my kids? Like, again, man, like, you know, I'm giving you like 2 more shots to explain yourself before I ban you. Because it's one of those things, man, where it's like, I feel like if I try to explain it, how is it I can explain this and all these other people in the chat understand where I'm coming from, but it's only specifically you, this guy who's barely dipped into my live streams, that completely doesn't understand where exactly I'm coming from. It's just like, I don't know. I'm giving you like 1 or 2 more minutes of my attention, and then that's it, you know? All that time is gone. I don't mind about that time being gone. I think it was well spent. The music. J-Man. But thank you, everybody, for your support. 2 extra minutes for the Let's Isekai. Yeah. You know, like, because I know plenty of people that are around my age that are still working shitty part-time, you know, like, what do you call it? Like, blue-collar jobs. They're living in, like, a shit apartment. You know, they're slaving away 9 to 5. And, like, dude, like, I'm very fortunate, man. Like, I'm living the life that I wanted to live. And I feel like if I want to upgrade that, I have more of a possibility of doing that than most people. And I think you don't like the fact that I'm not stressed out about that. You know? You got 30 seconds. I would kill to have that lifestyle Tikyo has, laid back fun, doing what makes him happy. Yeah, dude, it's great. All that time you slip past by you, and when you have kids, you'll wish you had that time back. You would not have squandered it. Well, you know, if that time comes, Charleston, I'll make sure to make a memo and say that guy with the pants icon really knew his stuff. But I have a feeling if you're walking around with these like limiting beliefs, and yeah, man, then I don't know, dude. I like it's like one of those moments where you like see a Christian and they're like, I'll pray for you, but I don't know, man. Here, I'm well, one, I'm sorry, but you know, seeing as your only interaction with me up until now was you saying that I've wasted my time, and basically you're saying in so many words that I'm a loser. Yeah, you're banned. You know, I'm sorry. I don't want to give any more attention to this, you know? Like, you got to remember, it's like being in Japan. Being in my live stream is like being in Japan. It's a privilege, right? Like, as long as you stay in line, like, it's fine if you say something that you're criticizing me on, but you try to keep a perspective about this, you know? If the only time you've ever come into my chat is just to criticize me and say I'm full of shit, yeah, like, I don't really care about you. I don't give a shit what you have to say. You can go fuck off and talk shit about me somewhere else. But on my own platform, man, like look, for example, like Kurz or Triple Bacon, right? Well, here, Triple Bacon's a mod, but, like, what is it? Let me see. Let me click on somebody else's random screen name here. Yeah, like here, Nix. Nix100. This guy's been following me for 4 years. Only 4 years, but it's still fine. And I can see his chat history. And he's had over, like, what? Like 20, 30 chats with me of just random shit. And he's participated, you know. He's participated in talking and in the discussions, you know. So if he brings up a subject like that, then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll give him the Nix, leave me out of this. Hey, if like Nix brought up something like that, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because at least he's participated in the community. But if the first thing you're ever going to say is like, I know you, I know your YouTube channel, and I'm just sick and tired of your shit, I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, your opinion, like I'm not losing anything by banning you. You know, like there's not like a detriment. You know, there's no like we're not in the red because we lost that subscriber. You know, I mean that's the thing. Like when you're a big YouTuber, like Asmon Gold or something, you have like fucking literally like thousands of text coming in like every 30 seconds or something. Then of course it's very hard to focus on people that except the people that donate because their name and the thing pops up, right? But on this live stream, it's a really small, you know, just kind of like cool community hangout. Like this is the clubhouse, you know. This is the clubhouse. People just come to the clubhouse to hang out and shit and just chill. And so when you come in here and there's only a certain amount of people, and the first thing you do is criticize the guy who's running the clubhouse, it's like, dude, you don't need to be here, man. Like, has that guy ever talked before up until this point? Nah. Oh, yeah, fucking kick him out, dude. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know. There you go. Yeah, every word out of your mouth is a lie. See, this guy has multiple accounts. Look at this. Somebody didn't come in here and start defending this guy. This guy has multiple accounts on YouTube. He gets banned, and then he fucking he switches out of his account to come back in here. I'm done. I'm done engaging with trolls for today. I'm done. Like, that's it. This isn't gonna be a Dark Side Phil thing where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend the whole time talking about this shit. Like, that's it. Like, I'm done. Like, you go have fun. You go log into your other 5 accounts and I'll ban them too. You know. Ooh, what about me? Benedict. Benedict, you've been a viewer for a while. Let me see. You joined 13 years ago, and you have participated in a shit ton. Oh my god. I have it on the scroll thing, and it just keeps going and going and going. You have participated in too many live streams to load up all of them. And each time you're in there, you're saying funny jokes. Funny joke. And, yeah, it's pretty funny. There you go. Hey, here we go. Theodore, it's suitcasing. It is called suitcasing. I was about to make a Twitch comment here. There you go, Curse. I will pray for you, Charleston, right? Charleston lives a mundane life based off of them loafers. There you go. Daddy Respawn is pathetic. Yeah, you are racist. Yeah, see, there you go, right? You give somebody the benefit of the doubt, you talk to them a little bit, then you ban them, and then immediately somebody comes up and defends them. It's like, dude, this isn't... Like, if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. You get banned, and then another person comes in, defends you. That's obviously you, dude. No one gives a shit about defending you. No one cares. Like, you know, that's so pathetic. I go on to YouTube live streamers things, and I say they suck, and then they ban me, and then I say how much of an asshole they are for not taking the abuse, the negative shit I'm saying. Hey Sam, I come in from time to time and hang out on this account. It's Muteki Matt, I am the mainlander, Matt. Please forgive me. Matt, how's it going, dude? Did you see I released a video of when I was in Okinawa and we went to breakfast? Yeah, go check out the account, dude, or go check out my profile, man. It's pretty good. Natty thinks he's better than Dad, but Dad has the life Natty wants and can't handle it. You know, this is my main YouTube account. Oh shit, cool. Yeah, well, Matt, go check out the YouTube profile, dude. Like, it's one of my most recent vlogs where I went to Okinawa and it's pretty funny. Yeah, Jim, I don't think it's Natty. Like, I know Natty pissed you off by lying about being in Japan and everything, but I never got, like, that kind of, like, negative, toxic feeling from Natty. Like, that guy I banned, he's probably, like, one of the guys who hangs out in, like, toxic live streams and stuff and just talks shit about people. You know, it's like Casey Neistat said, like, you don't need to worry about, like, punishing trolls or, like, care about them because, like, their punishment is their life, you know? If this is what you do and you just go on... Because, I mean, like, look, dude, like, that guy could have said a lot more negative, like, mean shit to me. But people know that they get banned immediately for saying stuff like that, so they go... It's like crab in the bucket mentality, you know? It's like that guy's obviously having a shit life. Because if you're having a great life, you don't go and you criticize other people and then say that they can't do it, you know? Like, because if you're having such a good life, you're like, I don't care what that guy does. Like, yeah, you know, I like his YouTube. I hope it works out for him. But if you come in and you're like, you're always talking shit. You're always saying this stuff. It's never going to happen. You suck. Give up. Oh, he banned me. Okay, I'm going to log into my other account. Yeah, you suck. And it's like, dude, like, why would I care about an opinion from somebody like that? That you got so well, one, you felt like your life is going so good, you had to point out stuff that you think is bad about my life. And two, you're delusional enough to think that I care enough about your anonymous opinion on the internet. And three, you got so butthurt that you got banned that you log into another account just to get a final word in, saying some lazy shit saying you're racist. It's like, shut up, dude. Like, you know, like, just shut up. You're pathetic, man. Like, you're so sad. Like, God, if somebody saw what you really looked like, you'd probably be so embarrassed and so ashamed, you know? Like, I'm not butthurt about what he said. I'm butthurt about, like, the person that guy is, you know? That men like him exist. Because it's just, like, God, like, you know? Like, you're so pathetic, man. Fuck. 13 years, geez, yeah, right? I mean, like, God, I mean, to be fair, I think every YouTube account has, like, haters and, like, people that hate watch them and stuff. But it's, like, I feel that, you know, when you're transparent about this stuff, like, I'm transparent about that I don't work full-time. I'm transparent that I'm fat, you know? I'm not in denial about these things. But also, at the same time, I'm not letting it make me feel bad. And I think that's what a lot of people like that dumbass get, like, offended by, is that, like, they're like, you don't have this stuff that I think would give you permission to feel like that. And the fact that you don't feel like that means that you're like, you know, you either don't care, which pisses me off because that stuff matters to me, or that, like, you're delusional and I need to point that out to you so then you feel bad because I feel bad about not having that stuff. And, like, you know, it's all about projection. Like the whole thing is like, I don't need this stuff to make me feel better, but these guys think I do. But these are the same cowards that will, it's like, they either have an account, like, you know, there's two people, and I know I'm talking about this, and let me just end it with like this. There's two kinds of haters that I've found, like, in Japan, and it's either people that don't have this stuff, and they preach, like, that it's important, even though they don't have it. So it's like, they preach that being healthy and, like, having a good body and exercise is good, even though they don't do it. They preach about having a good job and owning a lot of things, even though they don't do it. They preach about having a good relationship and, like, fucking chicks, even though they don't do it. So there's, like, the people that talk shit, but they don't actually have it. And then there's the people that actually do have it, but they're not happy with it, you know? Like, I remember I met this one hater that, like, you know, I met him, and this is before he started hating on everybody. And, like, I saw him, and he, you know, he had, like, a house in Chiba. He had, like, you know, 2 cars or whatever. He had a quote-unquote job as, like, some kind of, like, higher-level position that wasn't English teaching, but it was related to English teaching. And the guy had, like, a wife and kids. But he still spent a lot of his time just hating on Reddit, like, hating on, you know, hating on YouTube comments or whatever. And it's like, so you have that stuff, yet that didn't make you happy. And the only way for you to be happy is to talk shit on the internet. So it's like, both of those people, do you really care about their opinions? Because if they're so offended by me doing my stuff, that the only way that they feel like they can, like, make a difference that day is by pointing that out in hopes that I feel bad, or that I'm like, oh man, that guy's right. Like, what kind of person is that, you know? I guess that's why I kind of, like, linger on these topics after this shit happens, because it's just like, you could say anything you want about me being a hypersensitive asshole who bans people for criticism, but at the same time, did you see what you just did? How do you think a normal, civilized person who's having a good time is going to act when you come in there and start saying shit like that, you know? So, I don't know, man. It's simple. It's like, put up or shut up. You should be happy I gave you so much leeway for talking to you and giving you the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, it's the whole, and, like, another thing too, like, I know that it's like dragging on kind of shit, but it's like, hopefully for you guys in the chat, when you encounter somebody, even if you're not a YouTuber, when you encounter somebody like that in real life, that you're so strong and congruent with your own, what do you call it, like your own beliefs, your own personal style, and when you see somebody pathetic just criticizing you, like, you don't just sit back and you just take it, you know? Like, like, have a discussion until they show their true colors, and then just fucking fuck off, you know? Leave them alone. And, I don't know, man. Like, it made me really, really proud, like, and happy. Like, one of my buddies back home, he's like 40. He lives with, like, 3 other guys. He's in San Francisco. Rent's super expensive there. And he's always taking care of the apartment, man. He's got, like, one guy who is he's like a businessman. I don't know what he does, but he travels around the world, so he's never at home, but he has the lease for the apartment, right? And then my buddy is like, I guess, like, he's like the guy in charge when, you know, when the dude's not there. And basically my buddy cleans up the apartment because he lives with 2 other like 40-year-old dudes, right? And so he cleans up the apartment. You know, he makes sure the bills are paid on time. When a roommate leaves, he takes care of it. And my buddy's been doing this for like 5 years, right? Like 5+ years he's been doing that. And then recently he had an issue with one of the guys there because the guy was doing drugs all the time and being a little bitch about it. And so, and like, the thing is like, my buddy was like, dude, I don't care if you do drugs, but can you just, like, you know, you're being kind of loud and stuff, and like, you know, and then like you have like these bipolar crying fits, and just like, dude, like, you know, do you need a therapist? Can we go? Like, I want to help you, man, because this is really like, I work from home and this is affecting my shit. And the guy's like, fuck you, man. And anyway, my buddy's unstable roommate then complained to the guy who owns the lease, who's always on business trips. And that guy's like, you know what, Jason, I mean, like, you guys don't know who I'm talking about, so I can say his name, but he's like, you know what, Jason, I'm done with this, like, you know, like, I'm tired of this shit, like, you know, you always seem to have problems with the other roommates. And like, the only time my buddies had problems with the other roommates is when they step out of line. Like, one roommate like fell asleep and he left the furnace, like, he had one of those portable furnaces and it was on its side, and it's like, you know, it's like stupid shit like that. And you know, but my buddy, like, he messaged me and he's like, I saw the way you took care of that one troll who came in there, and he's like, yeah, and like, you know, I decided I'm not going to take shit like that anymore. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I found a new apartment, and I'm like moving out this month. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm not going to take shit from people anymore. I was like, why? He's like, I cleaned the place. I'm in charge of paying all the bills on time and collecting money from everyone. Like, the only time people yell at me is when I get angry at them for fucking up shit. And he's like, I don't need this shit anymore. Like, fuck this. I'll just pay extra. I'll live by myself. And I'm like, shit, dude. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, wow. So, I don't know if that's every live stream, but if I could affect that one guy's, like, one person's, like, life during the live stream, where it's just like, I give them permission, courage, whatever you want to say, to not take shit from people with bad intentions that are just shit people to begin with, then, like, I've done my, you know, I've done my due diligence. I've done my good deed for today. And so, yeah, man, because it's like, if you're out and you're like making a big scene and you're playing like music on your speaker in a Starbucks, and then people are telling you to turn it down or offering you headphones, and they're like, fuck you, man, and then they call the cops on you or something. It's like, you know, like, that guy is fucking with other people's lives, but I'm just here sitting down just talking about my life, and somehow that offended that guy enough to like criticize me. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, don't engage with trolls unless you can teach somebody something from that, you know? And that's what I did today, and that's what I did the previous week. So that's all. I think, is that all I wanted to say about that subject? I think that's it. So yeah, it's good. Because, I mean, you can crash out like DSP or Wings or whatever and be like, yeah, fuck you. And it's like, nah, dude. Like, look, man, this is about having a cool discussion with people and having fun and just being chill. And if you want to come in here with your anonymous negativity just for the crab in the bucket mentality, you get a little bit of leeway. But once you get past, once that leeway breaks, you're done. You're out of here, you know? If you want to call me sensitive about that, then whatever. I don't care. Like, you're always going to be pissed off at somebody. I was just your target for today. Yeah, what is it? I think I've followed for more than 5 years by now. Yeah. Let me see. Hey, Sam came in. I doubt that I am that funny, but I've been around for 5 years. Well, Kurz, you dip in and out. I don't remember if you first came in from the YouTube streams or from. I think you came in from the YouTube streams and then you trickled into Twitch. But yeah, your chat history is way too long for me to scroll through all of this. But yeah, it's always like, hey, Dad, what's up? Like, what's going on? Trayvon, Deshante. It's funny. It's good. Yeah, what is it? I'm not sure. I can't say for sure. I can't shake that vibe, but who knows? Now, I don't think Natty was like an angry, bitter dude. You know, like at least Natty was like he was healthy and he was always working out, but he had like some like mental issues that made him want to lie about being in Japan for some reason. But I didn't get that toxic vibe from him. Yeah, I'm not sure that, what is it, guys that suck up attention with negativity should be gone. Yeah, well, I think that's just a rule, but I'll specially mark this, like, you know, I'll put like a little check mark or something on this stream to refer people back to, and it's like, well, how do you deal with haters? How do you deal with like negative people? I'm like, well, there you go, put it right there, you know. Yeah, so like that way people can come back and check this shit out. This is a clubhouse for people who are striving, not black pill people like that guy. Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, dudes like that, they're cowards and they're pussies, and you know, and they're sad. Like the whole reason, like if you're striving to do something, you won't mind like showing that on the internet. But these guys, they never have a profile because their whole thing is just being haters on the internet. Like they, you know, like a real man stands by. I mean, like, say whatever you want about me, but like, you know, at least when I'm talking shit, I use my own face. You know, you can go back and see the video where I'm saying that shit. Like I own what I say, and I, you know, my face is like, you know, like this is my opinion. A lot of people, they're afraid. They're afraid of losing their golden handcuff job or whatever, or they're afraid of like, oh man, what if my family or my friends actually saw how much of a disgusting bitch ass I am online? Like I would probably lose my friends who probably don't care about me anyway. Like, you know, I got to be careful about how I act, you know, like, so I got to be anonymous on the internet so I can act, you know, like, I mean, imagine if that guy was in South Korea, right, where you have to use your actual ID to log into the internet every single time you're online. It's like, imagine if you had something like that. Would that guy be saying shit like that, you know? Because, I mean, it wasn't really toxic. He was just judging me based on stuff that I don't judge my own life for, you know? I'm trying to back it up, and each time I did, he's just like, yeah, well, I know you think like that, but you shouldn't, and you're like, you're delusional, you know? Oh, yeah, I don't know. And it's ma'am, that's right. We like your rant, Sam, and that's you at your finest. Thanks, Tribble. Yeah, still going. What up, Cobra? Yeah, Cobra, we still got 43 minutes left, man. You did a good job extending the stream, and then No Name came in here and extended for another 20, and then Let's Isekai came in, too, and Dawn came in with the $2. Smash the like, boys. Yeah, I did some time like that in the past. Yeah. Yeah, that guy definitely using multiple accounts. There's no way we watched someone for 14 years and not say anything till now, especially something so petty. Yeah, right? Off to work. Stay black, Theodore. You have good. Gay lesbian Theodore. Have a great day, Theodore. Farewell, lead apprentice. That's right. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, if you say, because, like, I have multiple YouTube accounts, but they're all public. You guys can see what they are, you know? When you have, like, why would you have multiple YouTube accounts if you're not just going and trolling people? Like, if you're not getting constantly banned? Like, I understand, like, there's this guy I saw on Instagram where he, like, his whole thing is, like, his whole joke thing is that, like, he makes, like, fake accounts and then goes and, like, and trolls people that are putting up a front, being like, you know, the guy's on a bicycle, on like one of those racing bikes, and he's like, you gotta go, you know, people only use 10% of their potential, and then the guy's like, you suck or whatever. Like, that's pretty funny, you know? Like, when you're trying to sell yourself as like this like this digital guru, or like this like mascot, but it's not even for a company, it's just your own stuff. Like, people hate like the faking gay shit, right? But it's like, I don't know if it's a good thing, but like I'm not playing a character. Like, this is me in real life, you know? I act this way at work. Like, I act this way when I'm outside. Like, there's no hey guys, what's up? Gay sex, you know? Like, I think a lot of people wish they could be so blunt and just frank when they're talking and communicating, you know? Because I think a lot of people probably can't, right? Like, where they are, they got to bite their tongue. They're not allowed to, you know, say how they feel or whatever, right? But, I mean, like, that's how people cope. They just go online and they just try to, like, make other people feel bad like them. So then they're like, haha, you know? It's like that old Calvin and Hobbes comic where, like, he's having a bad day and Susie's like, hi, how are you? And he's like, shut up, you suck. And she's like, man. And he's like, the only way to make your day feel better when you're having a bad day is make it a bad day for other people, you know? Like, you know, that's that guy right there. But anyway, give the benefit of the doubt to people that deserve it. Toxic positivity gurus are the worst, yeah. You just acted out one of my chapters of 48 Laws of Power. I forgot which chapter, but I believe it involved Napoleon losing his temper or someone he believed was a double agent letting go of his power. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing is, like, don't, like, emotionally... I mean, it depends. Like, I had, like, 2 amazing shits in the morning, and I feel completely cleaned out. And, you know, but when I'm constipated or, like, when I need to take a shit, or, like, I haven't had enough sleep, or, like, I really need a shower or something, then, like, it's easy to get emotional or get, like, have, like, a loose temper about stuff that really you should just let go, right? And but today I'm feeling really good, so like it doesn't matter like if somebody says stuff, right? I don't know, man. You just gotta always think about the intent. Like, if somebody says something negative to you, are they saying it really for your benefit, or are they saying it to make you feel bad? Like, that's the place where you start from, you know? Like, I remember when I was at the guest house and the French manager was angry at me, like, live streaming or something, and, or he was like, people are complaining, people are saying that they don't like you live streaming or something in, the study room or something, and I was like, you know, there's 2 big giant rooms on this floor that they could go to. And he's like, yeah, well, people have been talking. And I was like, well, I'm in here a lot. And so there's only 3 people that are constantly in here. There's like, you know, and then like they were there. And I was like, hey, Marvin said that you don't like me live streaming. He's like, what? I never said that. And I was like, well, he said the people are in here. And he's like, what? No, and he was like, Marvin, don't say shit like that, you know. Even though I love Marvin, that big dick having son of a bitch. And so it's like when people are trying to, like, call you out on something where it's obviously their bad intentions and they're passing the buck on someone else, like, just be cognitively like, you know, aware of that, and then just call them out immediately, you know? I was like, hey guys, this guy says that you don't like me live stream. They're like, I don't give a shit. What are you talking about? He said, well, there's other people in here. And I'm like, well, if it's people that are only in here for less than 5% of the time, then why are you telling me I can't do something? All the people that are normally in here don't give a shit. And those are the only people that should really matter, because they're the ones that are constantly in here. And he's like, well, sometimes you're streaming and other people don't want to be in here. And I was like, I've always asked when people come in, like, is this, like, you need me to be quiet or something? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it's not my fault if the other person has a problem communicating and you know, and being confrontational. Like, you know, we're all adults here. If you have an issue, just talk. Just say something. Like, I remember there was this woman from Mexico. I always called her Maria. I don't know her name, but I just called her Maria. And I remember she's like, oh, I have to do my Japanese classes online. This is during COVID. She's like, can I come in here? Can you not live stream during that time? I was like, yeah, that's totally fine. Like, that's totally okay. Like, that's not a big deal at all. Like, I'm not here to be a dick and be selfish. Like, you know, like, we're people. Let's talk about it. Let's work it out. But some people just want to jump to the ultimate, like, negative conclusion about things, you know? But By keeping your cool, answering with logic, and give him the benefit of the doubt, shows everyone watching the level of maturity you have. I just finished watching the 48 Laws of Power book. Gave it a listen because of your recommendation. Yeah, that's a good book. That's a good book to constantly listen to and read. I don't know. Again, it's just if somebody has bad intentions, you got to be able to like note that and call them out immediately. You know, these trolls are like kids disrupting the class. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it's what is this shit about? Yeah. This is, I'll put that under my conspiracy theory folder. It's like a phone farm in China or something. You know, it's like these guys, they just it's either they really do believe in what they're saying or they're just talking shit, you know? It's like at the end of the day, like they're more than welcome to show their faces and like do their own live stream talking shit about me or whatever. Like it's fine, but it's like, you know, it's one of those things where like if there's a logical person, or if there's, well, let's just say in general, like if there's other people outside and like they don't know anything about the situation and they look and they see how I'm acting and how the other person's acting, whose side do you think they're going to take? The person that's freaking out, being emotional, being disingenuous, or the dude who's just calm, who's just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, you know? Sorry for my grammar issues. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, what else do we got here? It's so funny because like we were talking about, like I was checking Twitter and then we got into that discussion, right? But you know, it's like it's one of those things where you're allowed to have an opinion about anybody, but you gotta remember, like, just read the room, you know? That's all. Keep capsule toys, those you love, close to you. Yep. Like, all these platforms now, YouTube, Instagram, they're all set up so, if, okay, here, I gotta click off that. It's distracting. All these platforms, they're set up so if you say something toxic immediately, if the YouTuber, streamer, whatever reports that account and they're like you fat fuck, kill yourself or something, then that person's account automatically gets deleted. So all those people that they subscribe to, all those playlists they made, they lose all that shit, you know? But so it's like nowadays when people are trolling, they have to do it subtly because they don't want their account banned immediately, right? Like, you know, it's way different than being like, well, I was criticizing versus talking shit, you know? Yeah, anyway. Twitter, there we go. Yeah, but it's so funny how this all started from like talking about this parent destroying a kid's Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. Like, check this out, guys, and it's destroy your kid's console doesn't fix your behavior. I don't know, man. Like, again, it's like this thing popped up in my feed, and it's like, look, if your kid is like playing their game and they're talking shit to you, and like they're not listening to you, then like why did you give them that game to begin with, you know? Discipline requires consistency and fairness. If you're cruel or overly unfair, the child will be traumatized. I don't know about that, but I think it's just like again, it must be so hard being a parent these days when you have so much shit to worry about. You gotta pay the bills, you know, you're not always there, your kid goes to school, you can't watch them to see if they get bullied or anything. And then, you know, like, because I have a coworker like this right now, and she is, she's got an elementary school daughter and a high school daughter. They're both the family's Japanese. And, the daughter stopped going to school, and then the elementary school daughter stopped going to school, and the high school daughter stopped going to school. And my poor coworker, man, because I don't know how she is at home, but At work, she's like the nicest, like well-to-do, you know, like Japanese teacher. And you know, it's so funny, man. Like I don't probe. I don't ask this. People just fucking start telling me this shit. Like, it's like, oh, great, Sam's here. I can, like, trauma dump. I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? Is it the bandana? Where is my bandana? Like, and she was just telling me, she's like, my daughter, she doesn't go to school. And I'm like, oh, why? She's sick or something? It's like, nah, she, like, locks herself in her room with her smartphone and her Nintendo Switch, and she just plays Fortnite. And she won't go to school. And she says that, like, you know, if I force her to go to school, she's going to call child services and say that I beat her or whatever. And I just don't know what to do, so I just let her stay at home. And I'm like, I thought it was, like, illegal to have your kid not go to school if they're not being homeschooled or whatever. I thought that, well, I mean, that might be the thing in America. I know in Germany you're not allowed to homeschool your kids because they're afraid of the Reich, but... I mean, those refugees do it all the time, right? So, but, what is it? They got, I don't have a folder for books. Okay. I gotta make one. You know, I was like, she's like, I can't do this, you know, like, she's like, I can't force my kid to go to school because then she's gonna lie to child services and say that I beat her. I'm like, well, did you? And she's like, no. But, like, if my child lies, then, like, I'll get, you know, then I'll, and I was like, well, why don't you just secretly record her one of these times where she's threatening you, and, like, you know, like, I was like, sending her to a group home, or, like, putting her in foster care will actually help her. Like, if you can't, like, you know, it helped me. Like, you know, I was still an asshole, but, like, you know, the thing is, like, when you have weak parents, the kids don't respect the parents, and then they just act out, because the parents are like, what are you gonna do, you know? Like I was such a shit kid, man. Like, fucking this, at the, what is it, like, at the middle of March, so I have two students, ex-students of mine, but I work with their mom sometimes, and they're really good boys. You know, I've nicknamed them after the Double Dragons. By the way, rest in peace, creator of Double Dragon. But they're really good boys. And their mom is kind of, she's not bad, but she's like annoying kind of the way that she talks and everything. But the boys, they're really good, you know, and they always come to school and they always hang out like in the back of the school or whatever, teacher's room, when I'm at the school, and they're just usually doing their homework, but they're on their phone and they're just playing and shit, right? And it's just like, you know, I was like, what are you playing? They're like, I'm playing Roblox, or I'm playing, like, Minecraft or something. I'm like, dude, like, this is stupid. What are you doing? Like, stop that. And so one of the boys is 11, one of the boys is 13, and their birthdays are, like, January and April. And so for the younger one, I told his mom, like, get him a Nintendo Switch. I have a bunch of Nintendo Switch games that I can, like, let him borrow. I'm just going to give it to him, but he doesn't know that. So I'm letting him borrow them so he can play them immediately. And basically I gave him, I gave the younger one Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, because that game has a lot of puzzle solving, and it looks amazing. It's like a Ghibli, video game. And I was like, yeah, man, like, and this is, because he goes to international school, so his Japanese actually, even though he's Japanese and has a Japanese passport, his Japanese isn't that good, and he can barely read or write. And so I was like, yeah, turn the game to Japanese. And so when you play this game, you'll play it in Japanese. And there you go. And then for his older brother, I didn't know Skyrim is still $40. That game came out like 12, 13 years ago, and that's still $40. But it was on sale on Steam for like $15 last month. So the younger one, I got him Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and the older one, I got him Skyrim. And I told him, the older one knows Japanese. I don't know why he knows more Japanese than the younger one, but they both go to international school. And I was like, okay, install Skyrim. We installed Skyrim in English, and yeah, no, like, and so, like, both of these boys, I gave them like an open sandbox style game where they can really let their creativity go. because they're always just in the back room, just hanging out. And so I was like, it's better that they're hanging out playing those games and exploring these big, vast worlds versus just like, Minecraft. Yeah. And so, I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, but at the same time, they're really good boys. And the whole reason I'm bringing this up is because, like, the older one's 13, dude. And, like, when I was 13, I was such a shit fucking kid, man. I was so bad. I did drugs. I drank. Like, I was mean to my mom. Like, she'd be like, I'd say, like, shut up, bitch, and stuff to her. Like, I was a really bad kid, man. And, like, my dad was, like, always just being an asshole and dipping in and out of my life. So, like, I had no male figure to be like, hey, don't talk to your mom like that, And, I don't know, I was just thinking about that. And I'm looking at the older boy, like, the older brother. And he's like, what? Sam says, like, what, did I do something wrong? And I'm like, nah, dude, like, you're a really good kid, man. And he's like, what? Like, am I? And I was like, nah, dude, like, I was like, damn, like, I didn't say any of the stuff I did when I was his age, but I was just like, you're a really good kid, man. Like, I was like, I just told him, I was like, I'm really happy that, like, you're better than I was. Like, like, I was such a shit kid, man. But, you live and learn, right? Which is, like, another reason why it's, like, I want to be a parent. Because it's, like, I know what I put my mom through. And it's just, like, kids need a dad in their life. Like, people are like, oh, but, like, what if your dad, like, what if I'm weak or what? It's, like, kids just, they need that dad, Like, they need that person there. Like, not having a dad and just having single moms, it's not a good thing, I still hated school when I was a kid. They forced you to go to school in Los Angeles, really? Well, I mean, I had to go to school. I never got to homeschool, but I don't know, man. In Japan, it's like, I think it's important to socialize, but at the same time, I see, to be fair, Japanese public school, at least elementary school, goes at a pretty decent, at least in Tokyo. I don't know about outside Tokyo, but in Tokyo, the public schools are really good. Like, they give you a lot of fucking homework. They really challenge the kids, and they have more money than ever right now for spending on the school stuff or whatever. So, but junior high school and high school, like, if you go to a junior high school and like high school here in Japan, it has to be, it should be a private school, and it sucks. I hate that I have to say that, but it's like junior high school, like, because I've taught at junior high schools and like high schools here in Japan, and they just go at like a snail's pace for the curriculum. It's really like they go at the slowest boat in the fleet type pace. And so if you're at a private school, it's so funny because it's not that it's better, it's just that they're going at a normal pace. They're not going at the retard pace. Like, there is a school, I don't know if it's the high school, because there's a high school here in Kabukicho, but I don't, because in Japan they have vocational high schools, which is really good. They got one in Tamachi or something, not Tamachi, Tabata, like southern, like Yamanote line area, and yeah, I don't know, Japan has a lot of options for schools. It's so funny, I was talking to my friend, because he wants to put his kid in this boarding school in Iwate called Harlow International School, and it's just a fucking front for China, though. I don't like it. Like, a lot of people on the board are Chinese and stuff, and it's just me no likey. But none of that sly commie soft power bullshit. But anyway, he doesn't know Japanese, and he was asking me to, like, kind of look into boarding schools to send his kid. And I was like, damn, there are a lot of boarding schools in Japan, and they cost like they're like, to be in high school at a boarding school, it's like $90,000 a year. Well, Japan money, not American money, but like, 100 yen to me is still $1, so it's like 90,000 or 90 million yen for like 1 year's tuition. Like, it's just disgusting. But people have the money for it. Obviously, those schools would go broke if there weren't people that had money for it. They send you to court if you don't go. Really? Damn. In America, I would let my child, but Japanese education is actually competent. Yeah, like if I was in America, I would homeschool my kids. I don't, you know, it would have to be, I don't know. I'd have to go and check the school and check the teachers. Anybody who has tattoos or brown, like, you know, like what is it, like tattoos or whatever, you know, I'm just automatically out. I don't know, man. You just can't trust them, dude. Like they had like illegal immigrants teaching kids. Like that one illegal immigrant like raped like a couple kids or something in Rhode Island or whatever. And it's like, how the fuck why? But I mean, it goes to show how many like parents don't know what's going on at the schools, right? But it's like, well, yeah, it's easy for you to say. A lot of people don't have the luxury of homeschooling their kids. And I'm like, well, I think that, like, look, life isn't, if you want to, like, own a mega yacht, if you want to go to the Swiss Alps to ski, you know, if you want to spend a week at Tokyo Disneyland at their hotels or something, then yeah, you probably need a lot of money. But you don't need money to get a lot of stuff done, though. Like, on a big scale, sure. But, like, if it's just, like, teaching my kids and living cheap, like, there's a way to do it. But it's just, like, it's simple. You just got to be on top of your shit. And a lot of people are like, well, I have a good job. And, you know, I have a good job. I'm on top of my shit. And I'm like, yeah, but you're letting other people raise your kids. And you're not really on top of that. And, I don't know. Like, I noticed that with a lot of parents. They're all on autopilot. And it's scary, man. Like, I'd never want to be on autopilot with my kids, you know? Like, I have this friend of mine who's a streamer here in Japan. Well, he quit streaming a while ago, but, like, he was the opposite. He was such a great father, but he was a bad husband, you know? And, like, he didn't cheat on his wife or anything, but he just wasn't, like, a good husband, you know? Like, he didn't really, like, talk to her. Also, he let their toxic mother-in-law live with them, and she always talked down to him and shit, and he just let her do that because he wanted to be respectful, and he didn't assert himself. And so when his wife was like, you know, well, they were having a fight, and she's like, you know what, maybe we should get divorced. And he's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And she's like, wait, what, you're serious? And he's like, well, you brought it up. And she's like, you were supposed to say no. And she, like, just ruined it for him after that. She, like, took away the kids. She wouldn't let him see the kids, you know, all this shit. Like, she was just really hurt by that. And so it's like when you're trying to be a family man, when you're trying to be a good parent, like, you got to have a lot of your shit together. But it's like, as long as you see that coming, I don't think it's supposed to be intimidating, you know? Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, if you want to be a surfer, if you ever want to try surfing, well, 1, you got to get a surfboard, and 2, you got to get a wetsuit, and then 3, you got to learn how to surf. You got to learn about, like, you know, what places are good to surf. You got to learn about, like, I mean, everything is open there for you to learn, you know? Like, this isn't like 200 years ago where you had to go to, like, some library in, like, a town that's, like, 5 hours away to learn about a subject because there's no information on it. Like, everything's at your fingertips, you know? Like, you might not have a teacher, but there's YouTube videos that'll teach you, and then you can try by yourself, you know? Like, there's so many options to learn everything. Like, you might not be able to be a neurosurgeon, but you can learn basic first aid, you know? You can learn about, like, you know, first aid, I guess. Yeah, like, first aid. Like, there's things that you can do that you can actually learn and not be intimidated by. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as complicated or, like massively scary as other people say, you know? A new summer here, yeah. I've done that too. I was a little alienable, but none of the false would care, yeah. What is it? I was an awful child. My parents sucked, and I still regret many things. Well, I mean, like, I was an asshole. But, like, my dad knows it's his fault for not... Well, I mean, my dad knows that... I don't hate him anymore, but he knows, like, I was angry about him dipping in and out all the time. Like when my mom divorced us, or, like, divorced him, you know? Like, he was like, yeah, I'll be in their lives sometimes. But he cared more about fucking chicks than, like, being in our life, you know? Like, once my mom was like, I want a divorce, she's like, yeah, I don't care, fuck it, you know? Like, you want to be that way, then I'll just show up when I want to. Repair and fix. Cash baby, what it does. But yeah, I mean, like, that's the whole thing, though. If you were like if your parents were shit, this is your chance to be like a not shit parent. You know? It's better to not have a dad than a negligent one. Yeah, you know, mine never talked to me. I felt rejected. Yeah, that's you know, there's that argument too, right? Music, always stopping on this website. I get it. The website wants me just to download these instead of playing them from here. Thanks for the membership. It's cool now that Japan government is making all high schools free of charge. Yeah, but those are public schools. Regarding city and tech schools, yeah, I mean, like, if there's vocational schools, then maybe that's okay. I mean, most learning doesn't happen in school, I think. Like, schools in Japan are still about, they're not really about teaching you stuff. They're just about helping you memorize shit. I mean, that's the thing that sucks about schools. It's like, for people that are, you know, what is it? It's like, for people that learn the way that school systems are, that's great. But not everybody learns that way, right? And so, you gotta remember that. Oh, Snizzap, ain't that just grizzy? Oh shit, Ramsey's silent with the fucking Hulk smash like button. Do it now. That's right. That's right. You fucking you smash that like button. 2 minutes, guys. We got 17 minutes left, unless somebody wants to keep it going, guys. Gift a membership, become a member, super chat, whatever. You do it, right? It's cool now, Japanese government regarding the city. It's time to move to New York. Think about pros and cons of a history reset. My dad really worked hard and saw him most nights and weekends. Yeah. Girls learn better in school. Well, of course, you know, like, what is it? It's so funny. Like, as soon as I was talking about the school stuff, I was thinking of Oriental Pearl, and she showed up here. Yeah, Pearl's one of those people that, like, I mean, it could be true. I mean, she's a girl, so she's talking from girl experience. But some people really do learn well in a school environment, and some people don't. And the thing that sucks about school is that the people that don't learn well in school, they don't really have a chance to, like, adapt it to make it better for them, you know? Like, I get bored, I can't sit down, I can't sit still. If the teacher's boring, I can't listen, you know? Like, I might not be a lot of people, but I feel like that's a lot of people in schools. Like, there's some people that can sit down and really take in a class, and then there's some people that's just like, I'm better learning by myself at my own pace about stuff that I like. Like, I remember Katz had this great story he told me about how it's like there was this kid. You ever hear that story about, like, this kid, and he, like, you know, he was able to build his own, like, engine or machine or, like, car or something in his village, and then, like, these, like, well-to-do white people are like, oh my god, like, you're amazing, we're gonna let you go to, like, we're gonna send you to the UK and have you do, like, you know, we're gonna send you to the university where you can really thrive. And it's like, that kid learned because he wasn't in a classroom listening to people, because he was, like, you know, learning at his own pace, you know? When you're putting him in with all the other normies that just listen to the teacher, like, when you think about it, what do schools really prepare you for? They prepare you to be a slave for the working, you know, to be part of the working class. They don't teach you to be independent. They don't teach you how to write a contract. They don't teach you anything really practical about life. It's all about memorizing stuff that you're never actually going to use later on, you know? I mean, at least if you're going to, like, home, if you're taking home ec or something, that's some practical skills, you know? If you're using wood, like, if they got wood shop or, like, you know, like, auto shop or whatever, like, that's teaching some actual skills. But it's like learning about Shakespeare, learning calculus, you know, learning fucking chemistry, physics. I mean, it's cool that, like, you know, you should know about this stuff, but most people, they never actually apply any of that knowledge, and they forget it too. You know, like, they remember stuff enough for a test, and then they just, like, you know, then they forget it. They never apply it later on, you know? Boys are being left behind because the education system doesn't work for them. I'm on my way to Cantonese school right now. You better go to that Cantonese school. You better get me some of that chow mein. The chicken chow mein. Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to, like, people are just so, they're like, I mean, it's very NPC behavior, you know? Like, it's NPC shit where it's just like, you don't let other people be in control of your life, you know? Like, that's my biggest thing. It's like I work exactly when I want to work, exactly how I want to work. I'm my own boss, you know, for the most part. Like, that's the great thing about being freelance is, like, you are your own boss, you know? Florin with the 31 months, hell yeah. And I remember, it's so funny, I talked to my uncle, like, maybe, like, 2 nights ago or something, and I haven't talked to him since my mom died, maybe, like, a year or 2 ago. And it's not because, like, I didn't want to talk to him, it's just because he only has a phone. So the only way I can talk to him is, like, by doing a long-distance phone call to America. And, I just talked to him, and, you know, it's so funny because I still feel like I'm this, like, 15-year-old kid talking to him, but now he's like, oh, he's almost 80, you know, he's like 70 something, and I was like, I still feel like that 15-year-old high school kid whenever I talk to you. Like, I don't feel like all this time has passed, but you know, I was like, people can tell you this stuff when you're younger, but you won't really understand it until you go through your own journey, right? Like, he told me very early on, he's like, Sammy, you don't play well by other people's rules, and you hate, like, bullshit, and you hate taking shit, and so, like, you're never gonna work well with other people. You got, like, you're gonna work for yourself one day. You're gonna have your own company or freelance or something because, like, you got to do your stuff your way. And it's like, now that I'm older, I'm like, why didn't I listen to you? I would have saved myself a lot of time in my 20s, but, you know, you got to go through your own journey, you know. And all this stuff. You got to figure out what's really important to you. But, you know, it's so funny because my uncle, like, he's not rich, but he's, like, fairly well off. He has his own businesses and stuff. And he's like, Sammy, you know, I know a lot of people that got money that aren't happy, you know. And he's like, you know, I'm proud of you. It's like, you don't need money to be happy, you know. And I think it's like a lot of people look for that inner peace that you seem to have these days. And he's like, some people, they're just chasing the wrong shit to try to feel the way that you're feeling right now. And I'm like, yeah, fuck other people. Yeah, anyway, here, wait, 1, 2, 15 minutes left. Unless you guys want to keep the stream going, you know what to do. Super chat, become a member, gift membership. Hey, if you join the Patreon, I'll add that time too, if you do it right now. But yeah, 15 minutes left, unless you guys keep it going. There's the Patreon link, by the way. I love hearing Katsumoto wisdom, AJAP boys. Well, I'm just saying, like, look, like, you get what I'm getting at, right, Triple? Is that, like, that boy in that story was able to, like, self-educate him in a way that other people weren't. Like, a lot of people just like passing the buck. It's very NPC behavior. Oh, well, my son's going to learn everything he needs to because he's going to go to school. And then, like, if he needs more school, I'll just get him, like, I'll send him to cram school or whatever, you know? Like, they love passing the buck. They're all Kyle's mom, you know? They don't want to take personal responsibility. They just want to push their kid. They want to push their responsibilities onto other people. Like, when I had to go apply for permanent residency, like, my French buddy's like, oh, you know, you need to hire a lawyer. He's $3,000. And I was like, why? Like, I found all this shit online. I'm just going to do what all these different blogs said that they did, and then if they need more stuff, then I'll just go back again. And he's like, I do not know, I am French, putain merde, le putain merde, qu'est-ce que c'est quoi, gay sex. And I was just like, yeah, but I just did it myself, you know. I was like, why would I pay some asshole to do it when all this information's online for free, right? And I mean, same thing with all these, like, adults, like, they're like, oh man, like, you know, like, oh, yeah, how do I do this? How do I do that? It's just, like, when you figure it out for yourself and you don't let anyone else be in control of your life, that's when you really can actually make changes that'll make you feel better, you know? I think a lot of people are, like, angry and pissed off because they give that power to other people, you know? They give the power to their boss at work. They give their power to their spouse that's, like, mean to them or something. Like, they're giving away all this power. And then with the little power that they have left, they're afraid of losing it. So then they just, like, instead of doing anything about it, they just go and, like, attack people, you know? Either, like, by saying snarky comments like in person or like being an anonymous troll online, you know. And it's just like, it's simple. You just gotta get your shit together, you know. Like, I'm a fat guy sitting down talking to, this is like what, number 400 something of these live streams I've done in this is it 400? I think it's like 300, but it's like 300 something, right? I'm sitting on the floor chilling, talking to random people on the internet that I don't know. But like, I'm having fun. Like, I enjoy my life. I was talking to my uncle and he's like, "Sammy, how you doing?" And I'm like, I'm doing all right, you know. I got no complaints. And he's like, "Yeah, but really, how are you doing?" I was like, "Not really. Like, I don't have any complaints. Like, I mean, things are going fine. I could talk to you about it. I'm not bragging or anything. Like, you know, money's fine. My health, I mean, I'm fat, but at least when I went to go to the doctor, they're like, you're aesthetically fat, but you're not like dying of other diseases fat. You're just you just don't look good naked." I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks, doc. You know, but it's like I have good people in my life. I have fulfilling hobbies. You know, the people who I work with are amazing. They're so nice, and it's just like I don't know, man. It doesn't take a lot to be happy, but it's like, you know, when you have the happiness, when you have the contentness, like I know that you should always strive for more stuff. You should strive for more shit, but I think people strive for all that shit because they want that peace of mind. But if you can get that earlier, then who cares, you know? It's like, you don't own a place, and I'm like, I have enough money that I could move if I wanted to. Like, if I didn't work for a year or two, I have enough money in my savings that, like, that's not an issue, you know? Well, that's not a lot to buy a house. And I'm like, why would I want to buy a house? I said I like being nomadic. I want to be able to have the freedom and flexibility to bounce around and stuff. Yeah, well, you don't have a career. Why? I have jobs that pay me $100 an hour, sometimes more. Like, why would I need a career if I have, like, part-time jobs that pay well like that? Yeah, well, you know, just dry heaving and crying. 31 months, what a chat. Yeah, dude, Florin, 31 months in a row. Holy shit. And Ramses, 45 months in a row. God damn, you guys are Giga Chad, big penis having sons of bitches. I tell you that much. I've been around people with penis before, but you by far take the penis. The what? Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, I think that some people are born with natural talent, but some people, they're just in an environment that really helps them thrive by not limiting them, especially, like, mentally, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, when you're in a school, like, you got to think about all these people. Oh, shit, Reds with the 19 months in a row. Kish, baby, what it does. That's another 1, 2. That's 12-minute extended. Cash, baby, what it does. Look at all you guys being sexually helping dad out and everything. Thank you so much. Spam the chibis, guys. You got it. You got all this stuff, man. It's good shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, you gotta, I think that it's okay to strive for other stuff and to try to be bigger, but it's just like, you know, you gotta pace yourself. You gotta be happy with what you like. You never take, like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started camping like a couple of years ago. It's just like sure, I was sleeping in a box, but that's way better than sleeping outside in a tent. Are you kidding me? Like, fucking bugs and like the smoke from the campfire and shit, like the soot on your fucking face, and just like, oh god, you know, it's like a lot of people take what they have for granted. Like, just the fact that you can see, you can hear, is amazing. Imagine everybody else that doesn't have that, you know? Imagine walking around blind. That must suck. My wife and I are old school to our kids here. We try to teach much stuff more to the schools. I focus on teaching hands-on stuff, jack of all trades. That's awesome, man. Can you give me some examples, Simple Man Japan, of what's something that you taught them? Like, sometimes with my students, you're not supposed to let them handle knives. But for my older students, like, sometimes I'll make, like, grilled cheese or something. And, like, I'll let them, like, use the knife. I'll let them use, like, the frying pan on the fire. And these kids, like, their parents never taught them how to cook. And I'm teaching them just simple shit. Like, we make, like, French toast or, like, grilled cheese, you know? But what I was just saying, like, overall, guys, it's very NPC behavior to pass the buck and assume that everybody has a job, and because they have that job or that label, that one, they're a good person, or two, that they have your best interest in mind. A lot of people are just they've got self-interest. They're doing the bare minimum. They're what do you call it? They're phoning it in. They don't really give a shit. And the only way that you can get people to give a shit is, one, if you have your shit together, and two, like, you're so congruent with yourself that people are like, oh, fuck, I can't half-ass it around this guy. He's going to notice. And, like, two, is that you're genuinely likable enough that they want to help you because you're interesting, because you're you know? Like, I mean, like, that's my superpower, is that, like, I'm not rich or anything. I'm not like, I don't have a good athletic body, but, like, I'm likable and I'm charming enough and I'm interesting enough that when these people that are doing these remedial jobs are, like, they see me, they really go out of their way to help me. And I also treat them with respect, which a lot of people do not treat these people with respect. And so, like, you can make somebody's life better just by being, like, an interesting person who's nice to them, And a lot of people forget that shit. Or they never even bother to think about that stuff because they're too busy trying to live this status-filled life, Like, it doesn't matter, I need to start sitting on the floor. I got home from the gym yesterday. I flopped in the recliner and it broke. Nice. Well, I mean, Cobra, my floor is special because I got my chair here and it's helping my back, my lower back. Ever since, up until I moved to the guest house, I always had lower back issues. I didn't know why. And then I started sitting in front of the guest house in the study room. They have this beautiful fat, like this thick, like as thick as these fucking sunglasses. They have this thick carpet, and so it was very comfortable to sit on the floor there. And anyway, when I moved into here, I asked the owner, I'm like, can I take this? And he was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. And so I took the chair with me, and I rarely sit in this chair. Like, I don't actually sit in here, and it's like, it's ripped up, it's torn to shit, and there's no cushion. I had to buy a separate cushion, but, like, my back feels so good since I started sitting in front of this that, like, I don't want to buy another chair. Like, my back pain not being there is worth this ugly chair being here, And, I'm, like, this floor is just regular flooring, so I have a carpet. It's like one of those Chinese fake Persian carpets that I bought from, like, Amazon for $150. I have that, and then I have another carpet that's soft, and I just folded it twice, so it's like a pillow, and I sit on that, and it's amazing. It's so good. The recliner, man. I do miss recliners, though. Cobra, you want to go one step further? Get the massage chair. Get that Japanese massage chairs, man. They're so good. So awesome. If I had money, like, that's what I'm buying, He's like, Dad, you have like $1 million. Like, what's the first thing you're buying? I'm buying one of those electrical massage chairs. Like, I need one of those, dude. Like, imagine you're working out all day, or like you were walking around all day, and you sit down. Florin, have you sat in one of those? I know they have them in America at like a couple places, but in Japan, at any electronics shop, they have it. And I never tried sitting in one until I came to Japan, and it is so good. It is so fucking good. Like, I'm having like memories of euphoria just talking about this, because it's just so, Japanese people are so great at relieving the tension for everything, dude. Like, they got the pachinko or whatever, the alcohol, the ramen, the massage chair. Fuck, I bet there's a bunch of used ones you could buy too, Let's see. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, we got 5 minutes left on the chat. We got 5 minutes left. If you guys want to keep the stream going, you know what to do. Super chat. The super chat's going towards a good cause, helping fix spaghetti. I'm hoping that it's not a big bill, but just in case, I'm going to keep fucking asking for people to donate for that, because Spaghetti's a big boy. He's part of the YouTube, the whole YouTube experience on this channel. So if you guys super chat, it's going towards that. The memberships too. People can gift memberships. Like Cobra gifted a membership. You can get, I don't know how many people are watching right now, but Just keep in mind, guys, 5 more minutes unless we get some more fundage here. I'm not trolling, just curious, how would you respond if someone said, well, you don't have health retirement benefits of your part-time jobs? I mean, that's great, you know. Yeah, let's Isekai. Feel free to ask more. Like let's Isekai. You've shown me that you're like a good faith person. I have a thing in my nose. You've shown me that you're a good faith chatter, right? Like you're not some random guy who comes in here and the first thing you say is negative and criticism, right? So like I don't mind if you say something like this, right? But I don't know, man. Like health and retirement benefits from your part-time jobs. I expect to be working until I'm really old, and if I get so old that I can't work, just put me in the woods and kill me. Like, you know, I don't think I'd ever be. I don't know, man. Like I've seen healthy older people. Like I remember I went to this gym when I was near Ikebukuro, and this old guy was 80, and I was afraid of him. Like he'd come over and punch me sometimes, like out of like you know. Like, not like, fuck you, but just as like, a, hey, what's up, guy? And, like, that fucking hurt, dude. And he was, like, ex-Yakuza. And I was like, have you always been working out? Like, has this always been, like, your whole life? You just worked out and you're still working out when you're old? He's like, nah, I started this, like, 3 years ago. And I'm like, why? And he's like, my wife doesn't want me at the house, and this is close to the house. And I could spend $5 and I could be here all day. All day. And I was like, okay. And I was like, were you always this strong? He's like, no, I was weak, but like I just started doing the small stuff, you know? Like I started with those tiny weights, and now I'm doing this heavy stuff. And I was like, so I know that's only one guy, but that guy kind of proved to me that like you can always change your habits to make yourself better. And I've never forgotten that guy. And especially his punches. And so, and it's like, what about retirement? Well, there's so many, it's like, there's so many cheap places where you can live in Japan. Like you could move, like we reacted to a video where you can pay $50 or $100 to live on this island, like near Hiroshima, because they need people. So like, it's like, what about retirement benefits? Well, you know, if I'm old and like I need super special care, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, like, if that, we'll cross that. I forgot who was saying. Oh yeah. So I was watching that monkey anime, right? The Darwin incident. Yesterday, I watched the whole series, and anyway, one of the characters has a really great point where he's like, he's trying, you know, he's autistic. He doesn't really understand people's emotions and shit. And he's like, what, how do you feel right now? And she's like, I feel like really stressed out. I'm like really full of anxiety. And he's like, why? And she's like, I'm worried those guys with guns that like shot at us are going to come back. And he's like, well, why are you worrying about that now? And she's like, what? And he's like, well, I mean, if you're worried about that happening, but it's not happening now, what's the point of worrying about that? Like, you know, save that. Wouldn't it make more sense to save that energy for when they actually come? And then you have to be worried. And it's like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I guess you're right. And so it's like, what happens when you're older? I'll figure it out. What happens when, you know, like, what is it? Like, you don't have any health or retirement plans? I don't know, man. Like, I feel like people, that's like another NPC behavior where they're like, well, I paid into all this, so I better get it. It's like one of those things where the Spider-Man meme where the guy's pointing a gun at Spider-Man and he's like, joke's on you, pal. This is a gun-free zone. You can't use that here. It's like, who's stopping me, right? And so it's like I see all these insurance companies that don't want to pay out money when there's something big happens. I see all these 401 companies that, you know, don't want to pay out when the person wants to retire. Like, I see all this stress that, like, you just assume these people, because it's their job, they're going to have good faith and they're going to follow through with their promises they made you. And the one big secret in life is that there are no promises, there are no guarantees. So you could die tomorrow. What would all that retirement shit matter if you die tomorrow, right? Like, there's a viewer of mine, Demi Spy Meow, who's been in my chat forever, and I love the shit out of him. He's sexy and European. And you know, he was always telling me how he's like, I want to move to Japan, but I have too much stuff. You know, I have too much stuff to sell and blah, 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 blah. But like, you know, like when my, you know, like when I get done with all this stuff and when I retire, I'll finally move to Japan. And like I even had a viewer of mine who signed up for my tours multiple times, and he's like, when I retire, I'll move to Japan. And I'm like, dude, you could die tomorrow. Like you could get hit by a truck and that would be out of your control, and you know, you could die tomorrow. So like planning for stuff to happen 30 years from now, it's not a bad thing, but being like, okay, I'm okay. I got that 30-year guarantee later afterwards. It's like, I think that you should strive to have the best life you can at this very moment. And you know, it's just worry about all that stuff once that bridge crosses. But it's like, oh, well, what will you do for housing? Housing is expensive. Well, there's plenty of cheap housing in Japan. That's not going to change for the next 50 plus years. You'll be fine. What about healthcare? Well, you know, try to be as healthy as possible, have less stress as possible, and if something happens, deal with it then, you know? Like, there's no guarantees in life, but you just gotta play it by ear, you know? Like, worry about the shit when you gotta worry about it, right? Cash is one of those fancy massage chairs. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, he's smart. He got a good one. My wife teaches a lot in the kitchen. I teach working with tools. Nice. DIY, whether it's hand painting, woodworking, automotive maintenance. Dude, that's awesome. Holy shit. You do all that in Japan, man? That's great. Fuck yeah. I hope your kids get to teach that to their friends then, dude. I did, but not broken. Yeah, 30 people. You just funny, Dad. You can't believe you're scared of him. I'm really dead. Sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but go for it. Wu-Tang, I'm sorry, but Wu-Tang, you have the power to save this. Oh, wait, shit. I didn't do the triple thing today. I just realized I didn't do the triple thing yet. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, okay? 5-minute bonus. And if anybody donates during the last 5 minutes of this, I'll triple the time. So, memberships, super chats. I'm gonna give you guys that 5 minutes. Don't feel pressure. You don't need to do it. But I was like, what's going on? I didn't triple. So in the next 5 minutes, whoever donates anything, I'll triple it. So you got like $30. That will be an hour and a half. $60, 3 hours. Memberships instead of 2, it's 6 minutes. You know the deal. I have a whole appointment. Nice, Wu-Tang. Get in there, bro. Otherwise, I'll just like raid Vara or whoever else is streaming right now. And it will be good, and it will be had for all people. Yeah, who's live streaming right now? But yeah, it's just I don't know, all those people that are like, well, what are you gonna do when you get older? And it's like, well, dude, you just gotta accept that, like, nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future unless you already have a lot of money and like disposable income that you're going to be spending doing stuff. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen. So just, like for me, having enough money to pay for my rent for like a year or two, and then all the rest of the money I get putting into savings, putting into investments, even if those investments don't pay off, give me a year or two, man, like if something happens to me, probably just need a year or two to recover or something. So it's just like, give yourself options, that's all. But don't go out of your way to ruin all of your free time and stress yourself out to have these options that hopefully you get to use in the future, I prefer the agency hoes. Going to a local hotel to bang a hoe. There you go, Wu-Tang. Do it. Make me proud, Wu-Tang. I'm doing it, Dad. I'm doing it. That's right, Wu-Tang. Make me proud. Don't be gay, Wu-Tang. I'm not gay, Dad. I'm doing it straight. But yeah, anyway, it's good stuff. It's good shit. This was like a really productive like talk today though on the live stream. I like it when we have this shit, where it's like, dude, it's so funny. Like I had a great sleep today. I had like 2 really awesome shits that just cleared me out completely. Feeling awesome. Like these are the kind of live streams that I wish I could have more and more often when I'm live streaming. It's just like, just chill, have a good discussion. Somebody comes in that they're a dick, you handle them with civility and reason, how do you write a woman so well? I think of a man. And I take away reason and accountability. Yeah, but you guys have been great today, man. Like, before I even did the triple thing, like, you guys came in here and you just fucking, you supported the shit out of it. I really appreciate you guys. I got a small discount for leaving them reviews. There you go, Wu-Tang. You're making the whore's dreams come true. Oh, it's good. It's good. Now, today's a beautiful sunny day, which is funny because it was super windy. And, oh god, my ass. It was super windy. And, yeah, I think I lost one of my long underwear the other day when it was so windy. But, yeah, get a discount for the hose. You gotta do it. Repeat customers, man. That's what they love. They love the repeat customers. But, yeah, weather is great today. Probably go out after this. Have a good time. But, yeah, guys, I always appreciate you guys being here. What's this stream over 5? This stream, normally, I don't, unless the stream is over 4 hours, I make it only a membership-only one, but we had such a good talk today, I'll probably just make this one a public one, and, so people can come back and check it out, because this was good, man, it was good. Yeah, I kind of work from home and around my kids a lot, even, if I get a new shop, it'll be about 15 minutes walk away. Cool, dude. Well, yeah, like, Simple Man, like, I love, like, I mean, I don't know you. I don't know anything about you, but, like, you know, giving you the benefit of the doubt, like, if you're telling the truth, like, that's awesome, man. Like, I really respect you for doing that, dude. Like, you're teaching kids practical stuff, and hopefully that gives them confidence to, when their friends eventually encounter problems later on, your kids are going to be so well grounded that they'll be like, okay, I can take it. My bike! What happened to my bike? Oh, dude, let's just check it out. Like, stop worrying, you know? Put down the Nintendo Switch. Let's look at this. You know, my dad taught me a couple things. I think that's, like, instilling in your kids confidence with, like, knowing that, I mean, like, again, nothing special. You know, we're all, it don't matter. None of this matters, right? Like, everything in life, it's all written down on paper, guys. Like, you know, you want to learn about something, just learn about it, research it, you know? Like, it's all there. And just find good people that help support you, you know? That want to see good things happen to you, you know? You do that and you're halfway to happiness. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for the live stream today. Holy shit. That was really good, guys. Thank you so much for the hot gay sex. Let me shout out all the people that were wonderful and sexual today. Yeah, starting with, you got to give credit where credit's due, right? To all the sexy people here. So, yeah, big shout out to Don Kellogg, $2, very sexual. Shout out to Cobra Bebop with the 20 gift memberships and the 10 gift memberships. Shout out to No Name for the $20, fuck yeah. Shout out to No Name for the $5. Shout out to Ramses for 45 months being a member. Fuck yeah. Shout out to Florin for 31 months. Shout out to Reds for 19 months. You guys are all amazing. You're all very sexual, and I don't deserve having so many awesome people in my chat. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm going to raid Softy Papa. He's got, like, just a cool Japan background stream going on. That's very calm and soothing and sexual. Yeah, and anyway, yeah, guys, you stay black, and remember, his name is Cracky Reeds, and he's got what everyone needs. See ya.